All rise for the Honorable Judge Starshard. Here I am, chat. I am wearing the first spooky shirt of the season. Although technically, I guess on Friday I was wearing the spooky Hawaiian shirt that Emmy got for me. But this is the jack-o'-lantern shirt. It looks perfect on me because I'm so round like a pumpkin. But you're not going to see it very much tonight because it is Reddit court. And you know what that means. We're going to have the Honorable Judge whatever. It's too early for what, Mighty? It's never too early for Halloween. In this household, we celebrate Halloween from September 1st through October 31st. Emmykins would do it all year round if I would let her. But we had to stop. We had to put a cutoff somewhere. So this evening, let me how's the music for you guys? I'm gonna turn it down in my ear a little bit. It looks good. The levels look good on my end, so we're going to jump right into it. We're gonna start off with the classic r/am I the asshole. I have not looked at these yet. I've been very excited to see what got posted because I always am. This is my favorite stream of the month. I wish we could just do this, but much like a garden, we have to plant it and tend to it, and then we can only harvest it every so often. So, up first, we have the top post of the last month, which is, am I the asshole for calling my coworker a nosy bitch? I have no idea what that asterisk could be. A bitch. Bitch? After she kept insisting to know my husband's salary? That's so low stakes. Mighty just wants to know if we went to the fair. We're not going to the state fair. We went to the county fair a couple weeks ago. That was fine. But the state fair is like 2 hours away, and I'd have to go up there, and it's not worth it. And I've never been. I don't even know if there's anything good there. The county fair is good enough for us. We don't need to go all the way up to the cities and get cookies and nasty stuff. Hey, Hex is here. Hello, Hex. Hex only shows up for Reddit court. Hey, that's all right. You know what you like. But good point. Let me put the bean counter up here. See if we get any disrespect this evening. All right, I guess I'll bite. Let's see this first one. My husband and I have both 33. Wait. My husband and I have both 33, have been together since college. Where's my red pen? We need to talk about your grammar. Over the years, he's had quite the career trajectory. He's a quant PM and makes like 10 times what I make, and I make a good salary. Haha. As we've grown wealthier, I've learned that people become nosier. Friends, acquaintances, relatives, you name it. In the beginning, I would entertain the nosy questions, but since I turned 30, I've adopted a take no shit attitude. Yeah, that sounds about right for someone who's absurdly wealthy and is just sick of dealing with lesser people. Yeah, you're the asshole. When people ask me how much she makes, I no longer say anything. I've learned the hard way that giving an exact number can have bad consequences. Yeah, you think so? All right, Hex. We appreciate your lurking. Yeah, oh, this poor wealthy, this poor rich woman. Oh no, people are nosy. All right. All right, let's see. So there's a little conversation here. I'm not gonna read the whole thing. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like you're the asshole, but I know women like her, the type to find out it's millions and then start sleazing all over your husband. Oh, get the fuck out of here. Ridiculous. All right, let's go to a real one. Am I the asshole for telling my sister her son is only special to her? Maybe. I, F26, have 3 older siblings. This is about my oldest sister, Abby, F37. Abby has a son, 5, and I have a daughter, 1. Abby dealt with years. Oh, fuck, here we go again. Abby dealt with years of fertility issues and had probably 10 plus miscarriages, and yet she continued to try. Then she had her son, and of course he was Abby's miracle rainbow baby. Oh my fucking god. I hate both of these people already. But then it leads to Abby spoiling her son and letting him get away with everything because he's a miracle and he's special. Everyone has always bit their tongue when it comes to her son because of that. On Saturday, I had my daughter's first birthday party. It was mostly family and a few of my close friends were invited. I invited Abby and her son because everyone else in our family was invited, so I felt bad excluding her. We had different activities for the kids to do. Abby's son didn't like any of them because he's 5. He was upset none of the presents were for him. This fucking kid. He didn't want to eat any of the food we had. Dude, he doesn't like chicken tenders now? Yeah, fucking kids, man. Easy solution, don't have kids. Problem solved. He then decided to try to push the cake off the table because apparently he was mad the cake wasn't his. He's gonna be a future president of the United States. I got super upset at Abby for allowing her son to act that way. She went on to say her son is special. Okay. I said her son is only special to her, which is understandable, but to everyone else, he's a spoiled brat, which shouldn't be overlooked because he was your special miracle baby. Abby called me a bitch and left crying. A few family members have since called me an asshole because I've never dealt with a miscarriage, so I don't understand how painful it was for Abby to deal with years of that before her son. It's not that I don't realize her son is special to her, but it doesn't give the excuses for Abby to allow him to act like a spoiled brat. Oh, man. I hate these posts, chat. I'm so sick of the fact that you even come on here and you have to ask if you're the asshole. Says so much about you. Like, obviously you're not the asshole. Kids should behave themselves regardless of any, whether they're special or actually special. It shouldn't matter. You can't ruin a 1-year-old's birthday party, even though the 1-year-old doesn't give a fuck. I would not say that I'm disrespected. I would just say that I'm disappointed that these posts are so weak sauce. Let's try to find a good one. Am I the asshole? I took $2,000 to get off the plane and came home late. Am I the asshole? I took $2,000 to get off the plane and came home late. Okay, now I just want to know how you get $2 grand for getting off the plane and coming home late. Delta gave me $2 grand to skip my flight. This is $2K that can be spent anywhere. Okay, the flight looked like it was going to get canceled anyway. It did. So now I have a $2K and a hotel stay, but my fiance's mad at me because I chose the money over coming home. But it looked like the flight was going to be canceled. Not to mention I called once and texted once to ask her opinion and she didn't answer either. What? This is a non-issue. Are you kidding me? She claims because she's been in a semi-depressed state the last few days, it is crazy of me to ever make that decision. Oh my god. Please. Yeah, just don't tell her. Be like, oh, the flight got canceled. I have to stay in the hotel. And I can't believe that you would take $2,000 and not come home, blah, 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 blah. Oh, sounds insufferable. Not the asshole. But again, I don't know how, I don't know. Let's just try to get through the Am I the Asshole posts and get to the good stuff, all right? Am I the asshole for telling my brother it's pathetic that he can't do the basics of what his wife did? It's pathetic that he can't do the basics of what his wife did. What, like make food? On phone, sorry. Why? You can wait till you're at home, you know? I love my sister-in-law and brother. They have 2 kids. Asshole. And my sister-in-law Rachel was a kinda a Sam, which is a stay-at-home mom. She worked from home part-time, but also took care of the kids and all the chores. I was over multiple times and the house was spotless. Damn, does she looking for a new house to live in? Really, I thought she was just extra cleaning when she had guests, but no. When I had my kid, she showed me her schedule. She would be up at 5 for meal prepping for the whole day. Like she never stopped, and a lot of her tips helped me with my own home. Now, my brother lost his job and it was decided that Rachel would go back to work full-time and he would stay at home. The kids are in kindergarten and 1st grade. He has this on easy mode. I've been over to help sometimes since he just sucks at it. The house is always a mess. Guess what? He doesn't suck at it. He just sits around playing video games all day, and then the house is a mess because he didn't do anything to clean it. Yeah, what kind of phone are you on? Hey, McMathy, how's it going? The kids are usually late to school. He asked me to drive them after the school talk to him. He doesn't cook it. He doesn't cook it, just sad. We got in a huge argument with his wife since dinner wasn't done. Oh, he got in a huge argument since dinner wasn't done and she had to make it. He was ranting about how it unfair and that he is trying. I told him it's pathetic he can't do the basic of what his wife did. He has 8 hours free and he can't keep the house clean. Yeah, preach, brother. You got 8 hours free, you can't keep the house clean? That's your new job. Can you imagine if you went to work and your boss told you to do something and then you didn't do it? How embarrassing. What is he's got 8 hours to clean the house, then he has another 8 hours to do whatever, and then he has 8 hours to sleep. He's his own boss. It's this fucking dude. I told him she will divorce him if he doesn't stop being lazy and figure it out. He left after calling me a jerk, and my mom is now on me for what I said. Thank you for the mac and cheese recipes. What the fuck? I love my sister-in-law. My mom apologized to me. Rachel sent my mom what the kitchen and house looks like. The messages from the school and apparently a text argument about how he shouldn't be doing this. She gave him 2 options. Get his shit together or get out. Damn. Solution. No one should have to work. I agree, Mighty Stoosh, but unfortunately we live in a society, so somebody's gotta work. Yeah, man, I would be so mad if I was this lady. If I had to get a full-time job and my lazy, good-for-nothing husband who doesn't have a job just sat at home doing nothing all day. That should be the goal of society. I mean, yeah, well, you get the society you want, I guess. Not the asshole. She worked part-time and did it all. He has no job at all and can't even somewhat cut it. How the fuck were the kids late? I mean, one time can always happen, but consistently? I think being a stay-at-home parent is hard, but with both kids going to school, he should have the time to do most of it. Yeah, that's... He's been getting the kids to school at 8:30 after 15 minutes after class starts. What the fuck is this guy's problem? How is he going to school, or how is he going to work if he can't even get the kids to school on time? I don't get it. All right, next. Nobody got disrespected, unfortunately. Am I the asshole for demanding respect? Oh no. I spoke too soon. From my daughter-in-law, and if she can't, then get the fuck out. Yeah, yeah, slay queen. I'm a young mother-in-law. I'm only 39. Ooh. Oh God. Yeah, not that's yep. Had my kids pretty young, and I'm very lucky that my husband makes a lot of money. He's in his 50s. We started dating when I was 14. I was a stay-at-home mom for a long time, and once they started to spread their wings instead of going to work, my husband and I decided I would be a homemaker and be active in the community. That's what I've been up to, and I try to make the community a better place. Now, my oldest son, 22, married, and I was really excited until I met her. In general, she's a very business-focused person that is very blunt. I actively dislike her, but I try to be polite for my son's sake. What do you mean you actively dislike her? A few examples of why I don't like her. Her wedding gift I handed over saying it was for me and my husband. She responded back with just your husband, since I know it wasn't your money that paid for it. Oh, damn. Saying I'm volunteering. Well, that's not a real job since it doesn't make money. I mean, that's true. It's not a real job, but that's okay. You don't have to have a real job. It's passive aggressive, and yes, I've talked to my son about it, and even once with her to try to clear the air. Oof. We had a get together last night. I made a homemade meal. When I was playing everything, she came up and made the comment when I was playing everything, she came up and made the comment, no wonder I could make a home-cooked meal. I don't do anything else with my day. I need like an automatic translator for Am I the Asshole post. When I was preparing dinner, she came up and made the comment that it's no wonder I could make a home-cooked meal because I don't do anything else with my day. I mean, it's true. She's an asshole, but it's like, yeah, it turns out if you're at home all day, you can clean the house and cook and do all that stuff, and it's not that difficult. I lost it and told her she needs to respect me or get the fuck out of my house. She was shocked and then started to cry when I did kick her out. There was no disrespect. My son is pissed and we had a huge argument. He called me a huge asshole. I need an outside opinion. Not the asshole, but I mean, at some point you just gotta say, you guys aren't welcome in my house anymore. Not that hard. Well, maybe just that hard if you're a parent. Implied disrespect counter. Doesn't count. It has to specifically say disrespect. Am I the asshole for telling my son he can't stay with me when I found out why his wife kicked him out? Ooh, this sounds spicy. My daughter-in-law is pregnant with my first grandchild. She's suffering from placental preavia. Okay, so some weird pregnancy disease that sounds awful and horrible. She's on bed rest. It would be dangerous for her to have sex. What? Oh no, my asshole son decided he should cheat. She found out and kicked him out of the house. He came to stay with us because she was having crazy pregnancy hormones. Oh my god. Every time he called her, they would fight. After a couple days, we told him to see if she calmed down. Her mom is staying with them, so we weren't worried about her. My wife called her to check in on her and found out the truth. I, very upset. Me, Starshard. You, chat. Yeah, everybody else eat a bean for the implied disrespect, I guess. When he got home from work, I told him he needed to get out of my house. He wasn't someone I wanted to associate with at the moment, and it would be best if he wasn't near me. Or else. My wife tried to say that I was being too hard on him. I mean, that I should just give him a chance to work things out. What is there to work out? I can't even look at him. I don't want such a stupid boy in my house. My wife and I are still fighting about it, but I'm willing to die on this hill. Well, so yeah, she got crazy because he cheated. How do these people... we talked about this last Reddit court stream. How do people justify this in their minds? It's like, hey, we got married. That means there's an implied, if not direct contract, like not a contract, like a literal contract, but like we have made an agreement, whether formal or informal, that we will not have sex with other people. Unless you've got something else worked out, but then presumably everybody knows about it already. Obviously, they don't, because he cheated on her, which implies that they don't have an agreement that that's okay. But why? You have the internet. You have access to the biggest library of pornographic material in human history. Where do you even find people to cheat with? I wouldn't even, if I wanted to cheat, I wouldn't even know where to go. Like, do you go to a website? Do you just go to the bar? Because I bet if I went to the bar and I was like, hey, anybody wanna help me cheat on my wife? They'd be like, no. Why would you even ask that? Well, maybe somebody would say yes, but again, we're getting into a hypothetical situation where I leave the house, and that's just not going to happen. Yeah, he thinks pregnancies, well, not just pregnancy, but the fact that she can't have sex because it would be dangerous and it might kill her. So he decided that instead of just waiting, Emmykin says get one of those VR porn things. That's what I'm saying. Those things are expensive, though. We looked into this. Yeah, obviously not. The guy telling the story is not the asshole. I think you should absolutely kick your kid out if they're that awful. And the wife is like, oh, you're just being too hard on him. To be like, okay, well, what if I cheated on you? Then how would you feel? Yeah, not so good, huh? Mighty Stoosh says, how do you even talk to people? I don't. That's how I do it. Okay, here we go. This one sounds another spicy one. Am I the asshole for calling my daughter's father spineless, capitalized, so that's his new nickname, I guess, and his girlfriend creepy over their name choice for their daughter? Am I the asshole for calling my daughter's father, or my baby daddy, spineless and his girlfriend creepy over their name choice for their daughter? All right, there's a lot of elements in play. We got to do this. Some people wait years to have sex, and this guy can't even wait a few months. Yeah, this really is, even at my like absolute, what's the word? I don't want to say horniest, but I guess that's the word that makes sense here. Would I even know where to go to get sex? Like, I'm very lucky that I got that I got into a relationship before I left high school and didn't have to worry about it after the fact. Oh, this is a long one. Here we go. A little bit of context for you all. I ended up falling pregnant with my 10-year-old daughter during a drunken hookup with a friend in my mid-20s. These fucking people, man. I bet she doesn't even know how people get pregnant. She's like, oh, you hold hands in the bed together and then the stork shows up. Not the most glamorous or flattering truth, but it's the truth all the same. When we found out, we decided to keep the child and co-parent while remaining friends. Why would you decide that? That is like literally the second worst option available. We were never a couple, and we didn't want to be one either. So basically, I want to have a kid with this dude that I have no interest in being in a relationship with, and we're going to somehow co-parent and remain friends. We're already off to a terrible start, and I am inclined to say this person is an asshole just for that, even though it's 10 years past the sell-by date. 4 years ago, he began to date his long-term girlfriend, and they moved in together last year. She fell pregnant. I hate that term. Please stop saying fell pregnant. It's not a disease you get, guys. It's a conscious effort, or hopefully it's conscious. And I've been supportive to them both as much as I could be without crossing any lines. I've encouraged my daughter to help out whenever she's staying with them during the pregnancy and to behave. I've also made it clear that I want the children to have a close relationship. Well, that's really not on you. Despite having different mothers. I've even said that if they were comfortable with it on nights I have my daughter, if they ever want time alone, I'll babysit once they have the baby so my daughter can spend time with her sibling. Okay. All in all, I thought everything was great and I was excited for my daughter to have a sibling, as she's always wanted one, but I had no interest in having another child. 3 days ago, my friend and his girlfriend had a daughter. They asked me to bring my daughter to the hospital to meet her little sister yesterday alongside others of the family. Huh, okay. Put another comma in there or something. So I did exactly that, but when they introduced us to the baby, I was shocked. They'd used my daughter's name. She's named like your name. She didn't seem to have an issue with this when she introduced the baby, bold as brass. Yeah, people can have the same name. Mighty Stoosh says, I remember when my wife fell pregnant. Something that nobody has ever said. This must be English as a second language or something. That's the only explanation. Okay, so the baby has the same name as the daughter. Got it. My friend seemed uncomfortable and wouldn't look at me directly. I asked them what they were playing at which point my friend's father said he'd take my daughter down to the cafeteria to get something to eat and left with her. At this point, my friend's father, so your baby's daddy's daddy. Got it. My friend told me to calm down and not overreact. That's gonna work. Yeah, is it the good daughter's name? I wish they'd used a fake name for this. Like, my daughter's name is Ashley, and they named their daughter Good Ashley. My friend told me to calm down and not overreact, while his girlfriend told me she didn't see the issue and it was a pretty name. I asked them if they'd named the baby for my daughter, trying to understand the logic here, but his girlfriend said that no, it was just a pretty name she liked. I then asked if they planned to use a nickname or a middle name when addressing to her on a daily basis, and her response was that she didn't see a need for that. You don't? Because I've been in classes with other people that have my name, and you definitely are gonna get, it's gonna get confusing sometimes. It's not impossible, but it's weird. Well, Rainbow Yeti survived again. I feel like saying calm down might work in a situation where it's not something that is that big of a deal. Like, can't even think of a good example. Oh no, Netflix is not, they stopped having The Office on Netflix. Calm down. It's gonna be okay. Something like that. All right. I told them they were being ridiculous and they couldn't do this. Actually, they can. They can name their daughter whatever they want. Unless they live in a country where they have rules about that. I then told his girlfriend that I found this frankly creepy and told my friend he was being spineless if he was happy to go along with this. I mean, I don't know. What if the girlfriend had this name in mind ever since she was little? She's like, if I ever have a daughter, I'm gonna name her Ashley. And then she finds out that her new boyfriend has a kid named Ashley with some rando. He's like, well, I'm not gonna let that ruin my love for this name. So when if we have a daughter, I'm going to name her Ashley. And then the rando shows up and she's like, how dare you do this? You can't name your baby Ashley. That's what I named my baby. I mean, look at it from, yeah, you got to look at it from the other side. I think she is being the asshole. He tried to claim our daughter could use a nickname or something, but I shut that down immediately, asking why it was more reasonable for a girl who has used that name for a decade to shame her name compared to a baby who has no concept of what a name was yet. I mean, how about you guys just stop hanging out together? This whole post was a disaster from the first paragraph, ever since she fell pregnant. His girlfriend told me I was being a bitch talking to her like that after she just gave birth, and asked the nurse to remove me, saying I was being disruptive. The nurses aren't bouncers, man. At least I don't think they are. Can you just be like, yo, nurse, get this bitch out of here. She's being disruptive. Maybe my temper's running a little too hot, though, and I was too harsh on her when she just gave birth. It's just so fucking weird. I'd also like to state I know that what they want to name their child is their choice. They could have called her Dinosaur for all I care, but this is one name that should be off limits or adjusted. I mean, you just said I know what they want to name their child is their choice, but and even have the same surname as they have the same father. Something about this just felt malicious and deliberate, as if she's trying to replace my daughter, and for them both to spring it on us like that at the first meeting, no, that was weird. I don't know, man. Yeah, this is probably our best one so far, even though we're a little early yet. What do you guys think? I just think that everyone sucks here, first of all. Hey, random friend that I had a drunken hookup with, let's keep the baby. Are we gonna be in a relationship? Are we gonna live together? No, we're just gonna have the baby together. Why not? I mean, whatever. Use protection next time. It's too late now. It's a beautiful Am I the Asshole post. It is. It's pretty good. And it doesn't feel fake because it's just so weird. It's just like, I can't imagine someone coming up with this on their own as a thought experiment, unlike some of the posts we get. All right, what does the peanut gallery have to say? Not the asshole. From the outside, it sure reads like she wants to replace her partner's affection for his first daughter with his new baby. Of course it's creepy. This is from Parsimonious Salad, who is a certified Sultan of Sphincter. So I guess we can listen to Parsimonious Salad here. Not the asshole. They hid this for a reason. He was embarrassed for a reason. The same first and last name is going to cause both those girls a lifetime of issues, especially with the same father. Yeah, I guess I didn't think about it like that. But I wonder if there might be a legal provision. It says Heather Biblo, who has not even a participant badge. All right, whatever. Amikin says my mom changed what my name was going to be because there was already a baby at the hospital with that name. Oh, wow. Was it Ashley? Man, can you imagine being a millennial named Ashley? That would be awful. I'm sorry, Ashley's out there. It's a nice name. It's just the only name I could think of. Am I the asshole? We're going on to the next post, chat. I'm not a sphincter. No, I don't post here. I come look in the aquarium, but I don't tap the glass or stick my hand in there, you know? I don't want to get it bitten off. Abby. Oh no. Abby's bad. I'm sorry, Abby's. Was it just Abby or was it Abigail? Because if it's... I have to assume it was the longer version, but... Okay, where were we? Am I the asshole for telling my wife off after getting our daughter to cut her hair off, even after being told not to? Another post where somebody cuts their child's hair? My wife is currently battling cancer. Oh, great. We're off to a wonderful start. One of the things she's told me she's struggling with the most was losing her hair. Chat, look at me. It's not that bad. It's gonna be okay. Just because this happens, it doesn't mean... Like, there are worse things that could happen when you have cancer. Losing your hair, I feel like, should be very low down on the list, all right? Okay, all right. She's been given a near 100% chance of survival since we caught it early, but the chemotherapy has destroyed her hair anyway, and she has to shave what was she had to shave what was left of it off a few weeks ago. Oh no! Not her hair. Mighty Stoosh, you already read this one? Hopefully it gets better. Not long after that, she suggested, wait, say that 5 times fast. We attempt to get our 17-year-old daughter Anna to do so as well. Why? Anna has very long hair that she puts a lot of care into, so I felt it was appropriate to ask her in private if she wanted to / would be willing to do such a thing. She told me she didn't want to cut her hair, and I figured that was the end of that. However, yesterday they came home from a girls' shopping trip, something they do every so often, and Anna had a buzzed haircut. That struck me as odd after what she'd said, so after dinner I talked to her, and she told me that my wife had said she would never forgive Anna if she didn't show her support by buzzing her head. Damn. I mean, I'm bald, but I have asked Emma if she would shave her head, and she said no. But she has a lumpy head, so it wouldn't look as cute as I do. I asked her if she was happy about it, and she said she wasn't. When I went to bed, I brought it up with my wife, and she said it was Anna's choice to or not. I just told her how I'd see the situation. Wow. I told her off, saying she needed to respect Anna's personal choices and that a 17-year-old girl being against shaving her head wasn't exactly out of the ordinary. However, my wife simply said it was to show support. What do you mean? Who cares about showing support? What is this obsession with showing support? Unless you're actually doing something useful, it doesn't matter. Can I say that I'm showing support because I shave my head? No. Nobody cares about me. But this 17-year-old girl whose mom had cancer, oh, she's got to shave her head, otherwise she doesn't support her. Totally ridiculous. I've been sleeping on the couch since. I love my wife, but not that much. and I understand she's going through something traumatic. However, her attitude... Doesn't the hair grow back after chemotherapy? Like, it grows back. It's not like my baldness, which is just my hair's gone forever. Your hair usually grows back after, right? Her attitude comes off as very manipulative to me, and that's not behavior I feel I can personally accept. I'm not sure if I can move past this to continue the relationship. You'll still have short hair in 2 years. I mean, that's more than I'll have in 2 years. So consider yourself lucky, lady. Wear a hat. It's not that bad. All right. The peanut gallery. We have a certified proctologist here. Not the asshole. Your wife is a flaming asshole. I'm sorry she has cancer, but what she did to your daughter was very abusive. If she's unable to deal mentally with her disease and treatment, then she needs professional help, not to manipulate and coerce your daughter into making a choice she didn't want to make. Make no mistake, she abused your daughter. Damn. Well, yeah, that was way more than disrespect. Awful. Awful post, but great. Feels real. 9 out of 10. Make it longer next time. Add more extraneous details. I need to know ages. Am I the asshole for ditching my assigned bridesmaid at a wedding for one that is younger and a different race as me? What? I ended up leaving the wedding early. Okay, another wedding one. Let's check this out. Oh, God. Okay, this one's long. Perfect. One of my good friends from college was getting married. We'll call him Tom from MySpace. To his wife, we'll call her Liz from 30 Rock, and asked me to be one of his groomsmen. I was honored. I haven't seen him in a while because I live across the country. When I arrived to his city, I was assigned a bridesmaid. Call her Kelly Furtado. Now, Kelly's a lovely woman. However, I think we were only... Wait. That's not her name. That's Nelly Furtado. Kelly Clarkson. I think we were only assigned each other because we are both black. Liz starts telling me that we're both single and perfect for each other. Dude, it's a wedding. You show up, you have a assigned bridesmaid, and then you leave. It doesn't... You don't have to, like, fuck after the wedding or anything. I guess you can if you want to. That we are both single and perfect for each other, but there was nothing to indicate that at all besides us both being black. I should add as well that Liz had a lot more bridesmaid than Tom had as groomsmen. All right, he's got his pick of the litter then. The first night, the entire wedding party went out, and it became clear that Kelly wanted to hook up. Well, I mean, I was not into her. Oh. At all, so I kindly turned her down. She then starts interrogating me as to why. I try to give a generic answer, but she starts listing off all the reasons why we are so perfect together. How about this? I'm only in town for the wedding, and I'm not really looking for a relationship right now. I'm leaving in a couple days. I live across the country. It's not going to work out. I end up saying I don't want to do the whole short-term type thing, and as we both... Yeah, okay, here we go. And as we both live in completely different states, there's no future here. She ends up cooling off, but then tells me that she respects me. She respects me more for that, and that I'm a stand-up guy and the type of guy she's looking for. You passed the test. You're not my type is an acceptable answer 100% of the time, says Hex. It is, but I think it really helps. I don't know who it helps, but it probably helps somebody if you can be a little more specific than that. Like, I mean, what is your type? Well, how am I not your type? I guess you don't like the type of guy who would ask that kind of question. So yeah, I guess I'm not your type. During the rest of the time we are there, one of the other unmatched bridesmaids, call her Jen, starts messaging me privately, and we hit it off. So yeah, I'm not really looking for the whole short-term thing, but... The next day, wedding ceremony goes well. We have the reception, and me and Kelly do our entrance together, then dance together for a bit. After another bit, I go to the bar, and Jen and I start to dance. At this point, Kelly's giving me dirty looks. I just ignore it and continue having a good time. All is going well until when I am at the bar, Kelly and the Liz, confront me and start saying that me dancing with Jen is inappropriate. They start saying she's too young for me, that it looks creepy. For what it's worth, I am 32 and she is 24. about to turn 25. Yeah. I mean, that's in the range, but it definitely is not in my acceptable limit, which is, I realize, is a lot stricter than the half your age plus 7. I'm like, oh, it's okay. Me and Jen are just friends. Liz at this point is angry with me and starts saying that Jen is in college. She's doing her master's and that this is her wedding and she doesn't want to see that. Then Kelly starts saying I must have a fetish for white women. God damn. At this point, I realize there is no logical argument I can make. Smart move. I tell Kelly and Liz that I really enjoyed the wedding, but I need to go to bed early for my flight the next day. I leave and go up to my hotel. 15 minutes later, Jen leaves early. 5 minutes after Jen came up, we both get kicked out of the wedding party chat. Oh, snap. I later find out from Tom that Kelly was crying her eyes out. Dude, who goes to a wedding to hook up? This is insane. All right, so as you guys know, I have my own disaster wedding story that I sometimes like to talk about. I will say that one of the other groomsmen that I was in the wedding with got a date on Tinder the day of the reception, took her to the wedding, and then went on a date the day after the wedding. So this kind of thing does happen, I guess. I can't even imagine hooking up with somebody I met a day earlier. But again, my experience is so far removed from that kind of life that I guess I have no way of knowing. I later find out from Tom that Kelly was crying her eyes out and that it messed up the night for Liz as well. He told me that he isn't mad at me because he told Liz from the start that Kelly isn't going to be my type, but instead Liz really wanted to set Kelly up. At this point I feel terrible and I made it so Liz was not able to enjoy her special night. As for Kelly, I just wish she got no means no. Yeah, Amikins has a great point. Imagine being such a bridezilla. You tell the wedding party who they can and can't hang out with or hook up with. Man. This is silly. I was gonna say it's insane, but it's really not insane. It's just silly. Because the stakes are so low that there's just not even anything else to say about it. What is the peanut gallery? Not the asshole. This is some next level psycho shit. Let's put the black people together. A woman in her mid-20s is too young for a man in his early 30s. You must have a white girl fetish. Again, a woman in her mid-20s is too young for a man in his early 30s, but that's just me. That's a me thing. Don't take that as gospel. All right, no disrespect there. We're gonna move on to the next one. Am I the asshole for making my daughter miss once-in-a-lifetime events, homecoming and senior prom, and delete all of her social media as punishment for bullying? I can't read this one, but I will do it anyway. Let's say this is gonna make me upset. Okay. All right, let me drink some water before we start. Hex, you have a great point. You're allowed to have a white girl fetish. His response to that should have been, maybe I do. What are you gonna do about it? You can have whatever fetish you want, as long as it's not illegal, and even sometimes if it is, depending on where you live. Yesterday, I was informed that my daughter Sam was a part of a group of students who bullied another girl to the point that she had to switch schools. Damn. All right, so we're off to a Mean Girls start. Where's the burn book? There was a racial aspect to the bullying, which came as a complete shock since my wife and I truly did our best to raise our 3 kids to be kind and honest individuals. See, there's your problem right there. Kids will always do the opposite of what you tell them. So you simply tell them to be racist shitheads, and they'll come out as the most tolerant and caring and empathetic individuals that they could possibly be. You've done it backwards. Yeah, Mighty Stu says kids find a way. We did our best, but I guess we did it incorrectly. I don't believe that a grounding and a confiscation of electronics is harsh enough for what Sam did. So I told Sam that she won't be allowed to participate in homecoming or attend senior prom. I also told her that she won't be getting a car for her 18th birthday either. Finally, I told her she'll have to delete all of her social media accounts with either me or her mother watching. Sam begged me to allow her to go to senior prom because it's a once-in-a-lifetime event. You know what else is a once-in-a-lifetime event? Getting bullied so hard that you have to switch schools, except maybe it won't be. Guess we'll find out. And keep just her Instagram account because it had pictures going back years that weren't saved anywhere else. I told her she shouldn't have been a racist bully. I missed the part where that's my problem. My parents are temporarily staying with us while their house is undergoing renovations. They agree that what Sam did was completely out of line and must be punished. But oh, that's like creepy music. I was wondering what the hell that sound was. But they think that making my daughter miss homecoming and senior prom and forcing her to delete her social media is far, far too harsh. What do you think is an acceptable punishment for a kid who bullies another kid so hard they have to switch schools and also is racist? We'll say 1 week grounding, and then I'll take you out for ice cream. Oh no, wait, that's if you're a cop. Mighty Stu says it's a good punishment. I mean, I don't, it's such an awful thing to do that I can't think of like a really acceptable punishment. And so, yeah, some people do care about homecoming. Some people care about prom. Not getting the car. I mean, basically her entire year is fucked. But so I don't know, man. Don't listen to grandparents. They spoiled them, says Emmykins. Yep, it's true. Some grandparents do. Other grandparents are just awful. Yeah, no, I think that's reasonable. You're not an asshole. Daughter's an asshole. I don't know how that happened. Am I the asshole for walking out of a wedding I was part of and ruining the day? All right, another wedding story. Yay! I love these ones. I dated my ex-boyfriend John for 4 years and got serious enough where we started planning for our future. Wedding, kids, etc. I thought we were pretty happy, but last year he dumped me pretty suddenly. Okay, I tried to figure out what went wrong, but he said it was personal and that I should respect his space. And by personal, he means I was cheating on you. I guess at least he broke up with her. During this time, my best friend Stacy of Stacy's Mom fame and her fiance Tom of MySpace fame again were my rocks, letting me crash at their place and just being overwhelmingly supportive and loving. When Stacy asked me to be her maid of honor, I thought it was a no-brainer and happily took on the task. Fast forward to what happened this weekend, the morning of the wedding. Tom asked me to meet him for breakfast super early in the AM before all the festivities. I thought it was weird, but assumed he maybe wanted to pass something on to Stacy. What happened instead was that Tom let me know that a few days prior, Stacy admitted to him that she had had an affair with John, which was what led to my breakup. Oh my god. This is some next level soap opera shit. This is amazing. He said that Stacy wanted to come clean to start their marriage fresh and that he was forgiving her to move forward. All right. Okay. He'd gone back and forth between telling me and finally decided to spill the beans. I guess he had expected me to forgive Stacy too because the affair was so long ago. Was it though? Last year. It's a year ago. Okay. The opposite pretty much happened and I just walked out on the wedding. It ended up causing a huge mess because I was basically running the whole show. Oh, okay, now we're into like made up bullshit territory. I was in charge of the whole wedding and then I left, so it sucked. Spill the beans, that should count. I can spill the beans, I don't have to eat them though. It didn't say eat the beans. Then I have to pick them up. Ugh. Not only that, but everyone realized that the maid of honor wasn't there. She had headshots and bios of the party on her wedding page. And news of the affair eventually got out because her cousin knew John. Stacy and Tom have both been slandering me online now, saying that I ruined their once-in-a-lifetime moment. Just get married again. Not that hard. Some of their friends are on their side, saying I should have handled the situation more privately and at least stuck out the wedding since it was so last minute. I personally don't know what Tom expected, but either way, I've been getting bombarded with text, and I heard that Stacy's been so upset she's had to take time off of work, which does make me feel like an asshole, especially since I've just been ignoring her calls. Headshots. Yeah, that's a weird thing to have at the wedding, but I guess you just want everybody to know who everybody is. Yeah, what? Emikin says it's probably a plot at least once on a soap opera. So Stacy cheated on Tom with John, who was dating OP, and then John broke up with OP, and then Stacy told Tom that she had had an affair with John, and then Tom told OP that Stacy had had an affair with John, and then OP decided not to go to the wedding that she was the maid of honor at because she was pissed at Stacy, and I guess also maybe Tom a little bit. So that is this not the asshole? This feels like an everyone sucks here, but I feel bad for OP. So I don't want to say everyone. Everyone else sucks here. How about that? John sucks. Stacy sucks. Tom might not suck that much. Like, Tom seems like a okay guy. It's like, okay, you cheated on me. I get it. You know, no big deal. Oh, well, kind of a big deal. Actually, you know what? Let's just call it quits here. All right. Is what I would maybe say. I don't know. Never been in that position. Let's see what the people have to say. Hard, not the asshole on this one. Was walking out of the wedding the day of a nice thing to do? Not particularly, but what on earth did they expect would happen by telling you? And on the wedding day, they knew they were playing with fire. They chose when to tell you this information. Simply walking out, because whoa Nelly, I bet there were a ton of conflicting emotions. Pretty adult. You didn't cause a huge scene, you simply extricated yourself from the situation. Not the asshole. Kashaya72 has some excellent advice here. I would have pretended to forgive her and then given hell of a maid of honor speech, but I'm petty like that. Stacy, when my boyfriend broke up with me, he was cheating on someone, but I never found out who until this morning. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. My best friend Stacy was cheating on her fiance Tom, and then you point to the table, with my boyfriend John, and that's why we broke up. I mean, he clearly wanted to cheat, so it wasn't that good of a relationship to begin with, but yada, etc., etc. Plot of a TV episode. Jerry. Yeah. My best friend cheated on her fiance with my boyfriend. You are not the father. Here we go. This is our first asshole of the night, according to the commenters. Am I the asshole for how I, 37M, reacted to my son, 17M, coming out to me? Well, all right. He's an asshole, so I guess we can sort of predict how this goes. Using my lurking account. It's been pointed out my title wording makes the post seem worse than it is. I apologize for that. It wasn't my intention. Already you're the asshole. So I've always known my son had an interest in men. He was slow on the pickup of incognito mode, and from the searches he made, I figured he was at least bi-curious, if that's the proper term for it. Yep, it is. You could have used Google for that. Since he hit puberty. Well, last year he started bringing a boy around and it was obvious they were dating. To the point I figured that he knew I knew and it wasn't a big deal anyone. Well, apparently I was wrong. After school yesterday, he and his boyfriend came up to me and said that there was something really important they needed to tell me. My son said that they were dating and had been for a year. I wasn't surprised that he wasn't aware I knew and was a bit thrown off. My mouth moved faster than my brain and I said, well, that's pretty fucking gay. Wait, he got roasted for that? That's hilarious. Okay, maybe, I don't know. Now, I thought it was peak comedy since it is in fact gay. However, I understand using the word gay in that way gives it a very negative undertone, hence the mouth faster than brain comment. Now, my son and I are usually pretty edgy with our humor, this being fairly tame for the stuff we joke about. Well, probably not appropriate for the situation. It wasn't our norm for a conversation between us. However, he and his boyfriend were very, very upset and left. No, son, it was a joke! No, don't leave! I'm probably the asshole, but I thought I would check. I mean, it's really funny. Just be like, it depends on the tone, I guess. You gotta say it kind of laughing. Classic Larry David. Yeah. No, I knew you were gay. Come on. It's not that. No, that's not what I meant. Forget it. No, this is like such a soft asshole voting. I'm gonna say not the asshole. Definitely talk to your son after the fact. I'll update you after the conversation. OP never posted an update. I must have not gone well. Am I the asshole for wearing a bikini even though my sister just had a baby? No? How dare you wear a bikini after I had my baby? You harlot or whatever. Basically the title. I-26F am on family vacation. Parent, sister, Rachel, 30. Her son, 1. Her husband, Adam, 31. And my husband and our daughter, 2. How old's your husband, lady? This is important information. We are by the sea, and yesterday was the first time we'd be going to a beach club. Ooh. Beach club. I was probably saying it in the wrong tone, like the what's for dinner tonight bitch one. Yeah, see, because I put the humor in the situation, right? So in that post where I did it like Freddy, where I was like, what's for dinner tonight, bitch? The guy was probably doing it in a really angry, abusive sounding tone to be a TikTok challenge because it's hilarious, I guess. And the same one for what's the deal with being gay is probably not how the guys might have said it at the time. All right, we're going to the beach club. My sister asked me not to wear a bikini or anything revealing because she said both she and Adam are not feeling the best about her postpartum body, and she really doesn't want to bring the topic up. What does that have anything to do with your sister wearing a bikini? I said I was sorry she feels that way, but I wasn't going to spend my day roasting under an umbrella, unable to swim or enjoy myself. I said tons of women would be in bikinis, so I didn't really see why I made a difference. We went to the beach and Rachel was a wreck all day and refused to come with us to the beach today. How fucking entitled do you have to be to go to the beach and then say, oh yeah, but also you can't wear your swimsuit because I feel bad about my disgusting postpartum body? It's like that episode of The Office where Angela and Pam both had a baby, and Pam is still like a gross, disgusting, bloated monster, and Angela is totally fine. My parents are now saying I'm the asshole for not just wearing a cover-up that you can still swim in, and that if I keep wearing swimwear, it's gonna ruin the trip. If you keep wearing swimwear on this beach trip, why AITA? Am I the asshole? No. Regarding Adam and the body thing, yes, you read it right. Rachel didn't elaborate, but I presume Adam has made some kind of comments because several times during and after Rachel's pregnancy, he asked me about my postpartum diet/workout regimen. It actually is exactly that episode from The Office. I was vague about it, but did end up telling him I'd had surgery and various non-invasive treatments. Oh. Well, that's cheating. Diet and exercise was not the deciding factor. What do you mean? Surgery and various non-invasive treatments to solve your disgusting post-baby body. Not the asshole. I'm sorry. Her husband is not feeling the best about her postpartum body? Dude. Here's the thing, guys. Guys, listen to this. If you are a horrible person and decide... Okay, this is... present company excluded. Only people who don't watch the stream are being included in this. If you're a guy and you force your wife to have a baby, or your girlfriend or whatever, some other woman that you barely even know, you can't then turn around and say, you had the baby, but now your body disgusts me. That's fucked up. I mean, you know what? That applies to people in chat too, not just people not in chat. I was gonna say something about like, if you have a kid, you're an asshole, but that doesn't even, that's true, but also it's irrelevant to this conversation. If you force someone to have a baby, that's a rape at the minimum. I guess kind of. I mean, or you live in a certain part of the United States where the government says you have to. My point is, if you're a guy and you and your wife or whatever decide you want to have a kid, you don't get to have it both ways. You don't get to have the kid and then say, oh, you were way hotter before you had the kid. I think I'm gonna be upset now. Like, no, you just suck it up and you deal with it. Just like everything else in life. X says the law doesn't matter that much there. It's just legalized rape. Hey, listen, I know. That's why I don't live in one of those awful states. Am I the asshole for firing my brother after he proposed at my wedding? Whoa. Yes. Finally, my favorite topic of conversation, proposing at someone else's wedding. Oh no, I read the first. So, a bit of background. I own a plumbing company and hired my brother 3 years ago. His name's Luigi. He was jobless after the pandemic and I offered for him to come work for me. He was 22 at the time. We're the Super Mario Brothers Plumbing. Is now looking to become a master plumber and start his own business. At my wedding, in which he was the best man, he decided that during his speech he would give us all a big surprise and decided to propose to his long-term girlfriend. No. Bad. Hey Mario, is it okay if I propose at your wedding? No, Luigi. Don't even think about it. Me and my wife were appalled. We both feel like he stole the shine from our day. Everyone else in our families were so excited and kept taking pictures with her, looking at the ring, etc. Wow. How long-term is long-term if you're 22? I mean, I think more than like a year is probably considered long-term, right? So long, Gay Bowser. I decided to fire him the very next day. He still doesn't understand why. He claims I'm being selfish and irrational, and our parents agree. I mean, all right. Now, obviously, I think you shouldn't propose at someone else's wedding. Emmykins thinks you shouldn't propose at someone else's wedding. She's nodding her head. She's looking at me. Most of society probably thinks you shouldn't propose at someone else's wedding. But if your family, the people you've invited to your wedding, think that it's okay to propose at a wedding, it's okay to propose at a wedding. I'm sorry. That's just how it is. Mighty Stu says it's a known thing not to do that. I agree. But apparently this family didn't get the memo. And so it's totally cool. And ultimately, what is okay to do is determined by what other people do. We live in a society. If everybody thinks it's okay to propose at a wedding, or everyone in your circle says it's okay, then it's okay. And you have no right to be upset about it. I'm sorry that this is the way that the world is. But you can't, if everyone thinks you're an asshole, you're an asshole. Now, Reddit's going to say you're not the asshole. But ultimately what Reddit says doesn't matter in your little world that you live in. Also, yeah, Hex, you should probably ask before. But again, if your circle says it's okay, then it's okay, and you just have to deal with that, even if you don't like it. They're saying that business should be separate from our personal lives, and I just can't overlook what he did and how he ruined our day. Am I overthinking this? I should have mentioned this, but he will be getting severance. He's still my brother. I wouldn't let him lose his home over this. But as a small business, I can't imagine seeing him every day at work. Not now, at least. And then there's some edits that are irrelevant. So, let's see. Not the asshole. This case can't separate family and business because you only offer the job because he was family. I would tell him that he can have the job back after he pays for half the reception since he turned it into a combination wedding party and engagement party. Oh, that's stupid. Listen, chat. If I had a wedding, if me and Emmykins were getting married, I would be totally cool if my best man decided to propose at that wedding. But that's because I'm not a groomzilla. Just be like, you know what? Let's make it double. We're having a wedding and an engagement now. Amazing. Now, Emmykins might have something to say about that. She might be like, I can't believe you let him do that. Like, I had no idea he was going to do that. I'm just rolling with it. So, personally, I don't think it's an issue. But I know that the majority of society thinks that it's an issue. But that this person's family doesn't think it's an issue. Anyway, I'm going to say not the asshole. Well, actually, you know what? No, you're the asshole. You fired your brother. Don't do that. That's a shitty thing to do. Even if you propose to your wedding, you shouldn't fire him. All right, let's go to the next one. Would I be the asshole if I don't change my son's name, even though it may cause him to lose an inheritance? Would I be the asshole if I don't change my son's name, even though it may cause... Okay, what is this, like the plot of a movie? Now listen, son. Your grandpa left you an enormous fortune, but you have to change your name to something that I really don't think you should change your name to. I, 24, got pregnant while I was taking a gap year traveling. Ugh. Okay, I met an older guy, nothing gross. I was 19, he was 23. No, that's gross. We had fun. I was working in a bar to make money while I explored his city. When I got pregnant, he lost interest really quickly. Yep. I met an older guy, nothing gross. He got me pregnant and then bailed. Nothing gross. Sure. I understand, but I am pro-choice and I chose not to terminate. Haha. Got him. I went home and had my son. I also made sure to get child support. He could afford it. He did fight it, though. I had to prove paternity and everything. This dude's a fucking idiot. What the hell? Through that, his parents found out. They are well off. They have met my son, and they truly do seem to love him. They have provided gifts for birthday and Christmas. They helped me with extra money so I could complete my university without going into debt. They've taken us on vacation. They aren't my biggest fans, but we're cordial to each other. 3 months ago, my son's father passed away. He got drunk at a bachelor party, tripped on the sidewalk, hit his head. That was all she wrote. Damn. People get shot and don't die that quickly. I guess, yeah, don't fall on the sidewalk. My son and I attended the funeral. We spent a week in that city so his grandparents could see him. They approached me with an offer. They had no other children or grandchildren. Their son was only 28, so we had lots of time to provide them legitimate kids. They did not say this, I'm just assuming. So they never thought about my son's name. They said if I changed his surname to theirs legally, they would make him their primary heir. I think this is dumb. I think you are dumb. He's their only grandchild, and they would deny him an inheritance because of his last name. Yeah. Who cares? It's a fucking name. I said I would consider it, to be polite, and have left it at that. I actually have a pretty good life as it is. My family's been very supportive, and because of the whole court thing, my son's father had to have life insurance with him as the beneficiary. That's awfully suspicious, don't you think? How nice that he had a big life insurance policy on him. Would it be nice for my kid to get a big sum of money? Yes. Do I want him to have the surname of a man who didn't want him, see him, or love him? No. I mean, it's just a name, lady. What? Like, who cares? I guess she does. I've been talking to my family about it, and a few of them think I'm being an asshole for giving up this kind of money for my son. It is generational wealth, and I'm making the decision based on emotion. I think they're assholes for thinking money is the only thing that matters. We live in a society where money is the only thing that matters. Take the money. Do what you can with it. For fuck's sake. Isn't this basically Degrassi? Is it? Which season? Which person? Who from Degrassi is this? I think I will tell my son's grandparents they can talk to him about it when he's 16. He'll be old enough to understand the implications, but young enough not to be tied professionally to his last name. Oh, the old Degrassi show. Name that episode. All right. You're the asshole. F that dude, but also you kind of screwed your kid by not changing the name. That money is your child's future, and guess what? They'll probably want it regardless of y'all's beef. If they find out, that could also wreck y'all's... Stop spelling y'all. ETA. What? Everyone's the asshole? Get that bag. You can be honoring the grandparents that have been involved in your son's life, and ultimately your kid can change the name if they don't like it. But the money can allow your kid to pursue their dreams without having to worry about the stress of loans. Yeah, for fuck's sake, man. If all I had to do was change my last name and I get a big inheritance, you better believe I'd be down at the courthouse. Hey, Tasumaga, up late again, I see. I saw your stream. I didn't realize you weren't gonna actually be showing the hockey game. It was very awkward. There's probably some like rights issues with that, but I for some reason I thought there'd be some hockey on this stream when I was watching. Am I the asshole for not telling my roommate I own the house? Oh, yes. I think, did we see this one? Yeah, okay. Emmy has to change her name to Abby and we'll get $1 million. We would be down at the courthouse tomorrow changing her name. I would start calling her Abby. I don't care. And I doubt she would either for that kind of money. Brief backstory. About a year ago, my last remaining grandparent passed away and my father inherited all assets, including a house. Okay. Update posted in my profile. What is this? Nobody's gonna look in your profile. So I could have a lower mortgage payment each month, blah, blah, blah. So the father inherited the house. He offered to sell it to me for slightly below market rate with the caveat that he and my stepmother could eventually move into the basement apartment. I agreed. Cool. All right, present day. About 6 months ago, I started considering renting out the finished basement apartment. It has 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, a living room, and a small kitchenette. A friend of mine said his brother was moving to my city and needed a place. He's a brand new teacher and doesn't make great money, so we needed a place that wasn't expensive. I offered to let him rent my basement for way less than market rate, which would include utilities. $650. God damn. Is this still available? All right, Emmykin says Emma's dad got high and jumped off a bridge because his parents didn't want him to have anything to do with Emma and Spike. I haven't seen the episode, but they probably offered Spike money too. Well, there you go. Yep, that does sound like that episode of Degrassi, all right. Let's see. A few days ago, he asked if he could start paying the landlord directly instead of giving me rent money each month. I was under the impression my friend had told him I own the house, so I was confused and I told him we don't have a landlord and that I'm the owner. He got very upset and screamed at me for lying for over 6 months and taking advantage of him by making him pay so much in rent. What? Dude, $650 a month? Are you crazy? For the record, an apartment similar to the one in my house would be well over twice what he's paying me. Close to 3 times for something is nice. He asked how much of my mortgage he's covering. I said, why does that matter? You're getting a nice, quiet place to live, access to a full kitchen and laundry room. You're paying an amount you can afford. My personal finances aren't really a factor here. Yeah, they're not. He stormed out of the room and slammed the basement door. He's still not speaking to me. I asked a few other friends and some family members, and most said I'm wrong for having him cover my mortgage payments. Only a few say I'm in the right. Am I the asshole for having my roommate cover $650 of my $775? Oh, wait. Actually, you're a landlord, so yeah, go fuck yourself. You're the asshole. I forgot. I almost forgot our rule in this chat. He didn't bother to read the lease before signing. The lease clearly states I'm the homeowner. I didn't trick him or keep info from him. He simply didn't read what he was signing. Okay. Let's take a look here. OMG, are they freaking serious? What is they think people do when they rent? They cover the landlord's mortgage payment. It's shitty. It shouldn't have to be like that because obviously they can afford a mortgage payment. But man, I don't know. That's everyone sucks here, I guess. Like it sucks for OP that their tenant is upset that they have to pay rent, because what difference does it make who they're paying rent to when it's so cheap? And then the tenant in question is an asshole because No, now OP's the asshole because he's a landlord, and basically he's getting his entire house paid for by letting someone live in the basement. And he doesn't have to really do anything, which is kind of fucked when you think about it. Yeah, you own a house, sure. Okay, it's fine if you own a house. If you rent it out, you're an asshole. I'm gonna own this house eventually, whenever the bank decides that they're done doing the paperwork and I buy it from my landlord. Then I'll own the house. But I'm not gonna rent it out. I'm just gonna live here because it's a house and I want a place to live. Now, if I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna buy the house and then I'm gonna rent it out to someone for double what my mortgage payment is, now I'm an asshole. Am I the asshole for telling my wife that my mother will never love her and to stop trying? Who thinks you're an asshole? Hold on. I've been married to my wife for over 2 years. Count them, 2 years. Wow. I've been married to my wife for over 13 years, chat. And the best way to describe my mother is cold. She not rude or anything. It's just disinterested in my wife. The best way I can explain my mom is that she is tired. She had a really hard life. Oh, boo-hoo. She had a hard life. Now she's an asshole. Doesn't have much affection left to give, and she rarely gets close to anyone. It's pure disinterest. And she can't bring herself to care about new people. Even your wife? She's a retired... How old is this guy? She's a retired old lady that just wants to sit on the porch, not make small talk with people. How old is the mother? How old is OP? And how old is the wife? Because this is making her sound like she's in her 70s, which would put OP at like in his 50s. And if you've been married for 2 years, what does that say about you? We had a little get together at my mom's house. My mom doesn't like it when people bring food. She works all day to make a spread, and it's like her thing. She just wants to provide for the guests. My wife came from work and she brought food, potato salad. I stop her from bringing it in. The whole night she's just bothering her when she was on the porch. Asking her if she wants to go on a shopping trip. When my mom asked her some quiet, she still talks on. This is so hard to read. Like, whoever wrote this. When I was walking by, she asked me to take my wife away from her. This made my wife upset, but I did it since I could see mom was getting close to the end of her rope. In my head, yeah, Emmykin says 80, 55, and 20. That's exactly what I'm imagining here. An 80-year-old woman with a 55-year-old son married to a 20-year-old woman. And it just is not going to get any better until the mom dies. So we had a talk in the care. Oh yeah, we took the care down to the store. And she just wants to be loved by her mother-in-law. She's being nice so she doesn't get why she doesn't like her. I told her my mother will never love her and to just stop. What she's doing is actively making her dislike you and to leave the women alone. Yeah, leave the women alone. She called me a jerk and hasn't spoken to me since. Oh, maybe you didn't explain it correctly. Like, I'm not in this situation, but if I had to sit down with my wife and say, listen, my mom's old. She doesn't like people. She doesn't even really like you. I don't think she likes me, honestly. So just let her be old and miserable and she'll die soon and we'll get the house. Is that so much to ask? I would go along with that. You don't have to tell me twice. But yeah, I'm going to say not the asshole. Or maybe just, you know, you're the asshole because you keep bringing people to your mom's house. Like, knock it off. We don't need to look at the comments for this one. Am I the asshole for charging my friends rent, then keeping the money for myself? Isn't that what rent's for? But yeah, you're the asshole. Another landlord. This will be my first year in college. When I got accepted, the first person I told was my uncle. We're very close because he took care of me when I was little. Blah, blah, blah. My grades were good enough to get me in, but not good enough to get me scholarships. Uncle said I should concentrate on school instead of working, but my dad said that money's tight right now, so my parents can help me out. My uncle has investment properties all over the place, so he said it's not a big deal for him to buy another one near campus, which he did. Then he had contractors renovate the house, so emerging in there is brand new. I assume that means everything in there is brand new. He even had them install a bay window in the master bedroom just for me, and I got to pick out everything else like carpet and counters. God damn. He told me he wants me to concentrate on school and not work. Instead, I can be his landlady and rent out the other 3 bedrooms and keep that money to fund my expenses. I have a group of friends who were attending the same school, so I made a deal with them. Studio apartments are going between $900 to $1,500 around campus, with the expensive ones being closer. My uncle's house is 1 street over from campus. I can literally walk to class every day. I'm charging my friends $700 per room, or if they double up, $350 per person per month to split utilities evenly. They all jumped at the offer. Yeah. Again, another below market rent where everybody sucks because nobody can just accept it as good. They all jumped at the offer. No one asked any questions until recently when one of them asked me how much the overall rent was. I was honest and told them about my uncle and our deal. That blew up in my face because now every one of my friends are calling me greedy for charging them rent than pocketing the money. We're all in a huge fight and they all want to either pay nothing or throw a couple hundred in for utilities. What the fuck? What is wrong with you people? You got a good thing going. That is okay. Then there's an update where they're making a lease. The update's as long as the damn post. You're not the asshole. They're getting a great deal, but instead of focusing on that, they're seeing with envy. Your uncle didn't buy and renovate that home so that your jealous friends could have a free place to live. Yeah, that fuck me, man. Can you imagine getting an awesome deal like that? Not as good as your friend, but like, so your friend gets a great deal and you get a good deal, and now you're mad that you're not getting the better deal. This is what's wrong with people. Like, can you just take the good deal that you're fortunate enough to actually get? Imagine all the people. That's $700 for 1 room in a shared home. Yes, which now that you say it out loud sounds awful, but in a college town, that's way below what you would normally be paying. All right, hold on. I don't know why I closed my water. I'll drink something here. All right, next post. Also, last OP is the asshole for... Well, actually, OP doesn't actually own the house. Their uncle owns the house. They're just like the property manager. Am I the asshole for telling my wife it's time she went back to work? Hey, this is my post. Let's see how it did. Throwaway wife. Throwaway account. My wife follows my main. Nice. My wife has been out of work since 2018. She had a mental breakdown during her 5th year of teaching. Why? She's been going to therapy since, and we started marriage counseling during COVID. Reason for marriage counseling was because she thought I was pushing her too hard to go back to work, but for her and her therapist thought she was ready. Okay. I tried to explain many times that was not my intent, but realistically speaking, for me to keep up with expenses and retirement contributions, I pretty much have to take on extra shifts, which sometimes clock in over 18 hours a day. And on average, I've been pulling 84-hour weeks. I've been doing this since she stopped working. Damn. Hey, welcome to society. So, wife has a mental mental breakdown, and has to go to therapy, and then is like mad that their finances basically require that she has to work. Yeah, hey, welcome to life. You have to work. You don't just get to sit around on your ass. As much as I would love to. Unless you're fabulously wealthy or fortunate enough to have somebody supporting you, like this awesome guy is doing. Yeah, you gotta do something. It sucks, but you can't just like put everything onto this one guy. We recently had a fight because I had an extremely rough week, and the conversation again about her going back to work. She opened up with the same line she always does. We do not feel it is the right time yet. I wish I could. Nah, I don't really feel like it today. Ask me again later. She feels I've made great progress, and if I rush it, I run the risk of losing it. Then the we being her and therapist. I told her I really do not give a fuck what her therapist has to say, and I'm sick of you hiding behind her words whenever this topic comes up. Yeah! Get her! She started to cry, telling me she does not like being this way either, and I'm belittling her due to suffering from mental health issues. I replied, saying I do not indeed to belittle you or not take your issue seriously. Problem is I am running myself ragged, and what happens if I have a mental break? You think I'll have the luxury of not working? No, I will have to push through my demons. Yeah, this guy's got the right idea. He doesn't get to have a mental breakdown, because then they'd be out on the street. She said her therapist warned her this would happen sooner or later. I would try to manipulate her into doing something she was not ready to do. This is when I really lost it and just let it all out. I did not say anything kind. I told her she insults me for thinking what I'm doing is manipulation. I told her I'm working these extra shifts so she can be home and bullshit playing games. Yeah! I told during this entire time you've not even made an effort to improve on certain skills. I told her she still cannot cook to save her life and that was sick of coming home 12 or 18 hour. Okay, you need to like work on your sentence structure here, buddy. And that was sick of coming home after 12 or 18-hour days. Just make us dinner, because her idea of making dinner is pre-made in the oven or ordering out. Oh boy. Proofread your sentences, people. Among other things. That said, she stormed out the house crying, yelling, and shouting how I'm a piece of shit and rather see myself comfortable versus her getting better. Can he just divorce her? I mean, it sounds like she hasn't done anything in 5 years. And she's like a shitty wife. Like, you know, at some point you just gotta cut her off. So here I am. I do not feel at the core I'm wrong, and while what I said was harsh, I think it did have to be said. So Reddit, was I the asshole here? I appreciate the replies. Okay, whatever. It doesn't matter. Not the asshole. It sounds like you're almost at the end of your tether. 12 to 18-hour workdays are not sustainable for you, and it sounds like she's doing fuck all around the house. Certainly she's not cooking. Let's be clear what your options are here. You cannot force her to work either in the paid workforce or keeping house for you. You can ask, but you cannot force her. All you can do is decide whether you're prepared to live with someone who does not pull their weight in this relationship. Yeah, 18-hour days. Welcome to America, where you have to work 18-hour days to support your stay-at-home wife who doesn't actually do anything and just plays video games all day. You know, when I was in school and Emmykins was working, I mean, I didn't really do anything around the house either, but I was going to school, so that was kind of like my job. And also I was getting paid to go to school thanks to the GI Bill. So, I don't know. Yeah, you gotta pull your weight in the relationship, man. You gotta do something. Like, yeah, I sit around all day and play video games, but I go to work too. 12 hours would be illegal in Germany. Lucky you. What if you have 2 different jobs? Because he didn't specify that he was only I mean, I think that was implied, but he didn't say that he was only working the one job. I don't think. Okay. Am I the asshole for telling my family how much my fiance earns after years of them making fun of his job? No, I don't care. Am I the asshole for telling my mom that I don't give a fuck about my autistic brother? Maybe a little bit, but I guess not. Am I the asshole for not forcing my son to rename his hamster? Hold on, what was the name of the hamster? Okay, my son is 11, has been begging for a family pet for a while. I finally gave in when I felt we were ready to take one on, and also when I felt he was ready for the responsibility that comes with one. I expected a dog or cat, but he really wanted a hamster. Probably much better than a cat or a dog, just like space-wise. Let's see. So we spent a little over a week prepping, helping him study hamster care, and dedicated a sizable spot in our living room for necessities and home. We finally get around to picking one out at the pet shop. He set on the name Sonic, but the lady rings us up, mentioned the one he picked out was a girl and that she could get him a boy if he wanted. But he just lit up and said, "That's Amy." And that was that. We took Amy home. This was in March. Uh-oh. Okay. The kid loves Sonic the Hedgehog. So he gets a girl hamster, which is not a hedgehog. Well, whatever. He's 11, close enough. And so he names the hamster Amy after Amy Rose from Sonic the Hedgehog. Okay. My sister-in-law found out she fell pregnant somewhere around that time. And last month they found out they were having a girl. Basically what happened was they were picking out names, and one of the names they narrowed it down to had Amy as the middle name. I made a joke of something like, "Hey, we already have an Amy at our house." Trying to be funny, but sister-in-law didn't think it was. I didn't think much about it at the time, but a couple days ago she asked to come by and talk. She started off by saying the joke I made was in bad taste. How? I apologized for it. Why? And then suggested I change the name. No. I told her I didn't think that would go over well with my son, and then she outright demanded it be changed whether he likes it or not, because she wasn't going to have a child share the name with a hamster. Do you think that the name you give your kids is like unique amongst all of humanity? Maybe if it's not the name Amy, but that's already a name that people have. You can't like demand other people change their names. I agreed to talk it over with my son to see what he thought, and of course he didn't want to. He even thought it was cool that his cousin would share her name with his hamster. I tried convincing him to rename her Sonic even, or some other Sonic character. There are no, I guess there's Rouge, but, and Cream, and Blaze the cat. Okay, there's plenty of other girl Sonic characters. But no, he went with Amy. He didn't want that. I explained how sister-in-law feels about this, and he felt a bit hurt because he thought he upset sister-in-law, but he really didn't want to change the name and didn't understand why they couldn't just share it. 11-year-old, more mature than an adult woman. Why can't two things have the same name as Amy? Hamster will be dead before 9 months, most likely. Oh, good point. It won't even matter. I told sister-in-law that my son was set on Amy, and she blew up. Oh well. I missed the part where that's my problem. I'll admit I got a bit defensive and reacted poorly, but I essentially told her it wasn't a huge deal. It's not like anyone is going to make the connection by the time her child is old enough to know her name. Amy the hamster likely won't be around. She claimed it was embarrassing because she would always know the connection in her mind. Well, you already know the connection, lady. It already is named Amy the hamster. It's too late. Ridlip says it's too damn hot. Court adjourned. It is 90 degrees here. It's 87 now. And it's 7:30. So, you know. To which I simply told her if it was such a strong reminder of a hamster, then maybe it wasn't a name she should use for her daughter. Yeah, based OP. Amazing. +2, +2. Okay. No, obviously this is... No, not the asshole. What is this woman's problem? Tasumaga says we have a legal minimum wage of 12 euros per hour, so you earn at least 2,000 euros gross per month. Damn, I'm moving to Germany. They make more money than I do over there. 2,000 euros. That's like $10,000 when you do the exchange. Am I the asshole for not letting my GF eat the non-bread we ordered? I guess so. My GF and I got takeout from an Indian restaurant we like and order from... Okay, let's try that again. My GF and I got takeout from an Indian restaurant we like and order from usually when our budget allows us. No, still doesn't. It doesn't read very well. This place is really the only good Indian place anywhere near us, but it's very pricey. So we try to keep our orders small. 1 entree for me, 1 entree for her, and a side of non-bread that we share. Thing is, the side of bread isn't very much, and the entree just isn't the same without it. So it seriously annoys me when she eats the bread without dipping it in her curry. What the fuck? It seriously annoys me when she eats the bread without dipping it in her curry. Third time, for the people who don't understand what is happening here, it seriously annoys me when she eats the bread. That's the only part of that sentence you need to read. She's eating wrong. That's right, Rilip, she is. And the entree just isn't the same without it. It's such a waste of the little bread that we get. I told her this before, but she says it's not my concern how she eats her food. Except it is my concern because she is wasting a shared side. Would you guys not split it half and half? What are you talking about wasting it? Oh, this guy's an idiot. The username is GF Wastes Bread, the asshole. Whatever, I let it go each time. Enough! I refuse to let it go this time. This time she didn't order curry like she usually does. She got biryani, rice and meat, so I was happy that I would get the bread to myself. Ha 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 ha! Oh, this guy is insufferable. Yeah. This is where I draw the line. No further. While we were eating, she reaches over for the bread and eats a piece on its own. I got annoyed and moved the bread away from her and told her she doesn't need the bread since she isn't eating a curry and doesn't need bread, whereas I am eating a curry, so I do need bread. Also, that her entree comes with rice and she can eat that. She got offended and ended up threatening not to pay her share for the food next time. She also called me a greedy asshole and took her food and ate the rest in our bedroom. This is... Oh my god. Okay, all right. My friends are split. Half of them are idiots, and the other half are normal. One of them says I'm in the right, and it's too much carbs for one meal. All right, Mr. Fitness Instructor, for her to have bread and rice, but the other friend essentially also called me a greedy asshole. It's been hours and she's ignoring me. Am I the asshole? God, how did this guy even get a girlfriend in the first place? This is embarrassing. You don't need the bread because you have rice. Don't you see? I have curry. I have to dip the bread in the curry, otherwise it's being wasted. Oh, okay, what do the comments say? You are a gigantic asshole. You don't get to decide for someone how they eat their food. If you're splitting the bill, she gets to eat some bread, regardless of if you think it's being wasted as eaten. Go say you're sorry before you're single. You're the asshole. This is like the perfect you're the ass or am I the asshole post. It's short, it's stupid, and OP is unaware of how big of an asshole they are. I doubt there's even one person who put not the asshole in here. I'd have to scroll way down. You're the asshole. Do you know that naan, roti, and other Indian flatbreads are often eaten on their own? Just order some more and quit complaining. Yeah, what the fuck? Emikin says, am I eating curry wrong? I thought you had rice with curry too. I think, well, curry's just the sauce. So you can put it on rice or whatever, but man, this fucking dude. It's not perfect. Yeah, there's no disrespect. So that's going to get a 6 out of 10, unfortunately. Much like this stream. Am I the asshole for overreacting after my wife lied about our baby's gender? Well, it hurt baby top of his head. I, 32. Oh, fuck. I, 32M, and my wife, 25F. Disgusting. Are expecting our first child. I've reacted in ways I'm now questioning and need outside perspective. That's a interesting way to put that. I blew up on my wife, and now I'm concerned that I might be an asshole. You know what, Hex? You're totally right. You can literally just go to the grocery store and buy naan. It's not that expensive. I don't know why you would, like, just have some at home when you order the rest of the entrees. Rilip says I'm not usually the age police, but yeah, that one I don't love. I'm telling you, man, these older guys hitting on these girls who just got out of college, it's weird. I know it's within the it's within the acceptable age limits, but I'm 34, and the thought of dating a 27-year-old is out of the question. What would we even talk about? Oh, hey, you like video games? Oh, no, I mostly just hang out on TikTok. All right, well, we are incompatible. I'm sorry. Like, Emmykins at least is aware that video games exist. And she doesn't use TikTok or I mean, I don't know what she does all day. I assume she goes on Instagram or YouTube or something. Okay, background. My childhood was a tumultuous one. It's a hard knock life for him. Growing up, I always craved a strong male figure in my life. I never had that bond with my father and always envisioned having it with a son. My wife was aware of this deep-rooted desire. During her first pregnancy appointments, I was on an essential business trip. These trips, though draining, are critical since I'm the only breadwinner, trying to ensure a different life for my child than I had. Yeah, I never had that bond with my father, but anyway, I'm on essential business trips basically half the month. Let's see. In my absence, my wife and her adopted mother attended the checkups. Upon my return, she excitedly told me we were having a boy. We invested emotionally and financially in Blue Nursery boy-themed items, even naming him after my late grandfather. Okay, sure. However, a chance remark from her mother disclosed we're having a girl. My wife admitted she knew from the beginning but didn't tell me, thinking she was protecting my feelings. What? Protecting your feelings from what? You let him think that you were having a boy and now you're having a girl? That's... he was gonna find out eventually. I was devastated, feeling the weight of past hurts and fresh betrayals. In my pain, I cleared out the nursery and in a moment I regret, told her mother she wasn't welcome at upcoming family events, seeing her as part of the deceit. This is... yeah, everybody sucks here is right. I acted out of deep-seated emotions and past traumas. Sure you did, buddy. You're an adult. Man up. Here's my entire life story. You're the asshole. Yeah, I don't need to hear about all this bullshit. I mean, okay. Was she afraid to tell you that she was having a girl is the question. What does chat say? Everyone sucks here. I cannot imagine why she thought it would be less painful for you to think you were having a boy and then disappoint you later. Getting your hopes up accomplishes nothing. Yeah. Also, you're projecting way too much on an unborn child. What if you did have a boy, but he wasn't as interested in this intense father-son relationship that you're craving? Jeez. Yeah, this guy is... fucking sucks. Okay. Am I the asshole for thinking my wife overreacted when an elderly lady touched our kid? I'm not gonna touch that one. All right. Now, chat. We're adding a new segment to Reddit Court this month. We're gonna test this out. This is a brand new subreddit called AITA, which is a community like Am I the Asshole, except unlike that subreddit, here you can post interpersonal conflicts. Unlike, of course, Am I the Asshole, where you're not allowed to post interpersonal conflicts. Anything that's Am I the Asshole but is not allowed there, even posting about Scar from The Lion King and trying to convince Redditors he was not the asshole. So this is like an anything goes, I guess. I don't know. So we're just going to kind of buzz through this one because it's not quite as fully fleshed out as the... Oh, removed by Reddit. God damn, what's going on here? Removed by Reddit on account of violating the content policy. Maybe we can piece this together. This is interesting. Not the asshole. Your daughter needs to know that actions have consequences. I would also tell her next time and into the foreseeable future she asks for you to buy anything. No. Now that I'm not making any money, we can't afford it. What the fuck? Nope, not the asshole. She clearly needs to learn. You might want to think about therapy if you feel she's becoming a habitual liar. She puts the bitch in habitual liar. Yeah, I'm so curious what the original post was. Actions have consequences. Your daughter isn't a toddler. She's old enough to know that saying something like that is not okay. All right. Yeah, I don't know. It violates Reddit's content policy. It must have been pretty cool. Admitting to crime, maybe. Am I the asshole for defending my wife after she purposely dumped coffee on a kid? Was it hot coffee? My wife... Oh, Jesus. This fucking... Put paragraphs in. Come on. My wife and I are both 34 and kid-free. Hey. Me too. My brother, Mac, 28, started dating 30-year-old Heather roughly a year ago. She came with 3 kids. 12-year-old Anna, who is 100% the child problem. The boys 6 plus 8 are great. Anna, on the other hand, purposely does shit to piss people off at every turn, is an extremely defiant, and her mother lets you get away with it. We own a camp on the lake. We did have some problems with a serial killer a few years back, but fortunately, we ended that through a series of wacky hijinks. We host a large barbecue and weekend stay for the entire family. I don't want to read this entire paragraph. It just looks like a giant block of text. Okay, so pour coffee on the kid. Let's see. Anna comes... Okay. My wife took her coffee. Here's the important one. Again, her third one she just made, again cold, and flung it at Anna, covering her. Anna immediately starts crying and Heather flips out, and so does my brother. Oh, okay, we can't say that word on stream. Saying that my wife was immature and that she's just a fucking kid. My wife calmly puts her cup down and continues conversation like nothing happened, as Anna, Heather, and Mac are all flipping out. But then Heather says, do you have anything to fucking say for yourself? And my wife says, don't let the door hit you in your demon spawn on the ass on the way out. Listen, I know Emmykins is gonna say it's okay to dump coffee on kids. I guess she's knocking coffee over was the thing. Either way, whatever. Again, we're just gonna browse this one a little bit. Am I the asshole for telling my brother's girlfriend that he had a vasectomy when she was telling about their plans to settle down and have a family? Very spicy. Sounds great. Am I the asshole for breaking up with my girlfriend after she rejected my proposal twice? No, I think that's pretty reasonable. If she doesn't want to marry you and you're looking for a longer term relationship with that level of commitment, it's totally acceptable that you just end the relationship now. Am I the asshole for thinking my husband was sexualizing our daughter? I'm not clicking on that one. Am I the asshole for refusing to let my cousin into my house after he stole $2,000 worth of games from me when he was a teenager? Get the games back first and then see if... and then you can come back to the house. Am I the asshole for ending things after he refused to buy me tampons? No. Get you a man who can do both. Am I the asshole for soaking my niece with a hose after I was told not to because she was wearing white? How old's your niece, dude? Because that might be weird. Get the games back first and then lock them out. I'm assuming the games are long gone. Am I the asshole for refusing to weigh myself in front of my partner? Okay, I'm slightly interested in the context for this one. I, F, and my fiance M have broken up over this. Well, it's a little bit too late. I put on 10 kilograms through COVID. What is that, like 25 pounds? I received an ultimatum in July from my fiance that if I didn't lose 4 kilograms by my birthday, the wedding at the end of the year is off, and demanded to know what my starting weight was. Get you a man who does not... yeah, no. Yeah, I'm not... Nope. Nope. 22 pounds? I was close. I know it's like double in a little bit more. Last update. Was accused of financial infidelity / husband was actually cheating. Okay, I don't care about updates. Am I the asshole for punching my ex-husband after he made a hurtful sexual comment about my daughter? Maybe we don't want to come to this subreddit. This is weird. I don't like this one. Am I the asshole for lying about why I'm a single dad to someone? Am I the asshole for not wanting anything to do with my brother even after he tried to delete himself? He tried to Control-Alt-Delete himself? Am I the asshole for telling my husband he has no right to tell me what to do with my body? I'm afraid in America he does, though. My husband, M38I, F42, have been together for 7 years, married for 5. We have a son together who's 4. We love each other, allegedly. I respect my husband's opinion, but ultimately I'm the one to decide over my body. An acquaintance of Min and his husband have a small gym wear company, and now they have expanded with swimwear and underwear. It's not a very well-known company, but apparently they do well. Now they asked me to stand model to their underwear line. They're having models at different ages, etc. When I told my husband, I didn't expect him to fly off the handle. He was very angry and told me I was not allowed to do it. Whoa! I'm sorry, but no. Yeah, I don't want your body out there for everyone to see. Yeah, what does he even mean? I'd be proud if some company asked my wife to do this. Yeah, me too. What the hell, dude? He tried to Alt F4 himself? Oh. Okay. He tried to Control Z himself? Am I the asshole because I don't emotionally support my wife's obsession with Taylor Swift? Yes. Why not? My wife is fully obsessed with Taylor Swift. For the last year plus, that's all she listens to. Every Taylor Swift album on one continuous loop when she's working out or even just walking around the house. Every Taylor Swift album, though? Okay, I mean, I guess there's some people out there. Spent $2K just to go see her recently at the Eras tour. Probably spent another $200 on merch. She filmed the show on her phone and will regularly put it on TV and just watch for hours. Okay, you know what? I was with her at the start, but you were not kidding. This is pure nonsense. She says Taylor Swift is a lifestyle. I personally don't really get it. I've never been obsessed with anything to that point. I love soccer and would love to watch Messi play, but I can't bring myself to spend $900 for a ticket to his upcoming match. It's just too much. Is Messi even still around? I'm thinking of Pele. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything about soccer. It seems to me like you are getting in the way of your wife and Taylor Swift's relationship. Yeah, no, this is a weird subreddit. Who suggested this? Am I the asshole for kicking my family out after they made my son cry for being gay? No. Am I the asshole for refusing to be an egg donor for my brother even though I promised years ago? Yeah, a little bit. Am I the asshole for forwarding my husband's group text messages to our boss and HR? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know soccer, and I'm not confusing Pele and Messi. I just, whenever I hear famous soccer player, I'm like, oh, from like 30 years ago. Does Beckham still play? I know Bend It Like Beckham is a thing. Am I the asshole for kicking my family out after they made... Oh, we already read that. Am I the asshole for forwarding my husband's... No, we already read that too. Am I the asshole for telling a girl at the gym her shorts were see-through and everyone could see everything? Yeah, dude, you ruined it for everyone. What the hell? We were getting dinner and a show. I, 44F, was working out at the gym and have seen this early 30s F wear these see-through spandex shorts several times. I myself have been in the position where my pants have been see-through and not been able to tell until someone pointed it out to me. I found myself in a quiet corner of the gym with her. I walked up and said, excuse me, I don't know if you realize this and I don't want to embarrass you, but your shorts are completely see-through and everyone here can see everything. She replied, I know and I don't care. I apologized and just let her know I was trying to be helpful in case she didn't realize. And she again reiterated she didn't care. Was that awful of me to say anything? I feel like you should have... So my response, if I said that to somebody, which I would never do because approaching somebody in public is not something that I do. I would say, all right, well, then carry on then. And, but this lady, I guess, decided that she needed to feel bad about it. Not the asshole. I think you went about it the right way. And even though you may have felt pretty dumb for the way things went down, I think it was valid to say something just in case. You're telling me if I go to the gym, there's going to be people walking around wearing see-through shorts? Because I might have to start going to the gym. That conversation was polite, says Hex. Why are you asking, am I the asshole? This woman probably, like, asks if she's an asshole for every conversation she has with anybody. And I can understand. I basically refuse to talk to anybody if I don't have to. Am I the asshole for splitting with my wife after she aborted our baby after things a psychic said? Oh boy. There may be people wearing see-through shorts, but they look like you because they're at the gym too. I don't care. I don't care what they look like. Yeah, you're the... Okay, no, you're not the asshole. Your wife is insane, though. Probably for the best. Am I the asshole for breaking up with my boyfriend because of the way he was grieving my miscarriage? Oh, that's such a creepy fucking thing to do. Am I the asshole for showing everybody what my ex wrote on his final check to me? All right, what did it say? There's so many comments, too. I, 51F, divorced my ex-husband, 53M, 7 years ago. We were married for 14 years. Doing the math on that one. Okay, you know what? Some people don't get married till later in life, all right? That's all right. I was a stay-at-home mom, and I suffered from constipation that, while my doctors say isn't definitely IBS, has made me suffer from joint and back pain when I eat things like dairy or any of my other food sensitivities. Okay, we live in New Jersey. The judge made it so that child support and alimony would both end at the same time. I had a lot of issues in my marriage, but at the very least, I have 3 great kids that I love and who love me. My ex has been very bitter, saying I should have wanted counseling, even though I was completely neurotypical, and it was him suffering from depression. Okay. He also discredited my want to divorce by saying I was acting out of emotion and asked me to take a step back and think as if I haven't been thinking before. He was always working 12-hour days and overtime, and I was the one taking care of and giving the kids what they needed. 12 hours, god damn, these people. My son now has graduated college and is a genius. He has his own app development company and makes more than my ex and I could ever dream of making in a year. My 22-year-old daughter has a degree in nursing. Okay, get to the fucking point. Long story short, he sent my last child support and alimony check. In the memo of the alimony check, he wrote, "Freedom. Good luck then." I shouldn't laugh. No, I should. It's funny. It was such a mockery to the health issues I've suffered and all I've put into the family. I showed my friends and agreed he's still a blunt, daft individual. My 18-year-old was there and she said she couldn't believe he thought that way of her. Really? Man, I don't know. Yeah, emotion is part of divorce. You're making an emotional decision about this relationship. Yeah, that's the point. This isn't... I think some people get too hung up on this idea of, like, emotions being bad or emotions being irrelevant to decisions. We're not robots. Anyway, speaking of robots, this guy is just sick of paying for his ex-wife's shit. I mean, this guy is in his 50s. He's probably an asshole. He shouldn't have wrote that. He should have just gone about his life. And I don't know who initiated the divorce. Probably her. Imagine that. This guy works 12-hour days and overtime, and then you're like, yeah, I think we should get divorced. I never see you. I don't know. Didn't specify. You're the asshole. Okay, here we go. Your whole vibe is just off. Sure, you have IBS or constipation. I hope you're avoiding trigger foods. Why are you showing your kids what your ex put on the check? Why are you taking so much from them? You need that much to live? Why is it so important that your daughter's marrying into money? Why is your focus on money like this? He was working 12-hour days to provide for his family. Do you know how hard that is on a person? Mentally and physically, it's very draining. I'm not one to shit at stay-at-home moms. My mother was a stay-at-home mom and worked her ass off with us kids. But do not diminish your ex's efforts and contributions to the family. Don't try and cause rifts between him and his kids. Also, I really hate to be this type of person, but I find it hard to believe you can't find a job and work a little. I work with people who have had knee replacements and can still barely walk. People who've had tumors removed from their brain. A girl who had some chronic digestive disorder. She's constantly in the bathroom, but she works. So many people work that really have a hard time doing so, but they have to survive. You have joint pain and IBS. I'm not saying it doesn't affect you, but come on. Yeah. She doesn't even have IBS. That was ruled out. She's going through menopause, is lactose intolerant, and has backaches and constipation. Welcome to being 50. Yeah, this woman sounds awful. Like the worst kind of stay-at-home mom. Like, I raised 3 kids. Okay, so does it matter? I mean, I guess a little bit. It matters to a few people. But now you want people to support you for the rest of your life because you spent 20 years of your life raising kids. You're now just an old lady. Like, I guess go do something else. Am I the asshole for wanting to break up with my girlfriend after finding out the truth? What, that your girlfriend is actually a boyfriend? Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, let's see if we can scan this one quick and get the gist. I am 30, my GF's 29. I've been dating for 2 years. I recently took my GF on a getaway weekend. Nothing fancy, just a 4-day tour at the Hilton Hotel. Blah, 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 blah. I'm in love with this beautiful woman. Blah, blah, blah. I soon grew a crush. Wait. Stop. Turn it back. I am in love with this beautiful woman. Before we started dating, we worked at the same job. Okay, this is backstory. Okay, I had a crush on this woman. We went on a movie date. Dude, get to the fucking point. Oh my god. I have no idea. Like, this guy's just like, so I met this girl and then we started dating and then we were doing the thing and then blah 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 blah. Why would you be the asshole? All right, well, we're done. Yeah, I'm not gonna read all that. Good luck though. We're sorry that happened. So anyway, we were going on this vacation, and then I fell in love with this girl, and then we were working together, and then I had a crush on her, and blah 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 blah, and then blah 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 blah. Yeah, you're the write the fucking point of your post at the top or the bottom. Don't squeeze it in between a bunch of meaningless nonsense. Am I the asshole for rejecting my boyfriend's proposal because I'd lose my health insurance and alimony? Ooh, that's a tough spot to be in. I'm sure your boyfriend will understand, like, hey, why don't we just, like, you know, be whatever and wait till the alimony wears off or whatever. Yeah, brevity is the soul of wit. It really is. People on Reddit, the people who post on not even Am I the Asshole, but AITAH, which is for the rejects of Am I the Asshole, are not gonna be very coherent. Okay, here we go. I got my high school hookup Lily pregnant when we were both 17. She told me she was on the pill, and like the stupid teen I am, I didn't use a condom. I was a stupid teen once, and I used condoms. It's not hard. You use them anyway. I don't care if she's on the pill. You're a teenager. You're not in a long-term relationship. Just be smart about it. It's not that bad. It's not great. But, you know, it's better than nothing. I don't know if she lied about being on the pill or if her pregnancy was the 0.01%, but a month and a half later, Lily and her parents showed up at my doorstep. She was crying happy tears and had a positive pregnancy test in her hands. Her parents were glaring daggers. Of course they were. We had a sit-down conversation with all our parents to talk about what we were going to do. I don't want to be a dad. I'm not ready to be a dad, but I had sex anyway, because who cares? My parents even offered to pay for the abortion. Lily refused. Since Lily gave birth, she's continually asked me for money and to watch the baby. I have refused each time. Okay, well okay, so we already have our asshole moment. She's continually asked me for money and to watch the baby. I have refused each time because I never asked to be a dad, and that baby is not my responsibility. I fulfilled my responsibility when my parents offered to pay for an abortion. Nope. That's not how that works. I know there's a lot of people out there who would like that to be how it works. But it's not. So you fucked up your life. Guess what? Now you get to live with the consequences. The thing is, if I called off my college plans now, my life would pretty much be over. Dude, you're gonna be on the hook for child support, not offering a judgment, just offering the clarification. You don't have a way out of child support unless another dude adopts. You'll have wages garnished until the child is 18 or 21, depending on the state. It's going to be between 10 and 20% of income and can be changed upwards, and there's no exit. You're in it financially. Is it fair? No comment from me. Did she lie? Well, probably, but that doesn't change anything about the legal situation. Yeah. You're a teenager. It's not forever, says the guy who married a chick he dated in high school. Except, here's the thing. He calls her a high school hookup. I don't call Emmykins my high school hookup. This just sounds like they were fooling around and had no interest in having a relationship. Yeah. Yeah, we're changing Emmy's name to Abby, I guess, so she can inherit $1 million. Let's see. So are we saying that because she was on the pill, she was lying, and therefore he shouldn't be on the hook? I mean, that's kind of fucked, but also the pill can fail, so even if she wasn't lying, or if she was lying, it should be irrelevant to the conversation. Personally, if I was Lily, I would have simply not had the baby, but, you know, depending on where you live, that might not be a tenable situation. Yeah, pill's not 100%, but that's why you gotta have layered protection. Defense in depth, guys. What did Sun Tzu teach us? Well, not really Sun Tzu. That was probably the German guy, von Clausewitz. Defense in depth. All right, let's get to the good stuff. Let me take a look at some pictures here. This house features a first ever 30-foot residential boat garage and 4,000 square feet of tasteless finishes. Let's take a look. Ooh, look at that. Beautiful. Oh God, it's so empty. I mean, I guess they're selling the house, not the furniture, right? Oh, this looks like a disaster waiting to happen. You don't have clear sight lines to the back. Glass on the stairs. Ugh. Ooh, kitchen island though, very nice. Yeah, those stairs do look awful, Rillip. You gotta stage the pictures. It looks like balsa wood. Oh, that's just like unfinished, untreated wood. And like they went to Home Depot and they were like, we need wood for the stairs. What do we got? Kitchen looks fine. I'm hoping the refrigerator doors can open without hitting the kitchen island, but might just be the angle of the photo. Yeah, that's a fine empty room. This is a bathroom with so your neighbors can watch you shit on the toilet from the back. Where's the 6? I haven't made it yet. Guys, it's hard to make emotes. It looks unfinished. Well, they haven't installed the whatever would go there, I guess. I don't like when you have I mean, I guess you can put a curtain up, but having a window that just looks right onto the toilet always felt weird to me. Ooh. Wait a minute. There's a tub in front of the walk-in shower? That's kind of strange. That's a long shower too. You come in over here, you gotta walk all the way over here to get to the shower, then you gotta walk all the way out. They left the sticker on the window. They just want you to know how much it cost. Oh, these stairs. Oh no. You're not getting any furniture up these. Look at this. It's a 90-degree turn with 2 more stairs at the top of the stairs. That's a full-on orgy shower. I don't know how thin it is though. I mean, again, it's an angle thing, but this looks like it's maybe 1.5 feet across. Yeah, Great McMansion stairs really gives you that kind of grand staircase feel. Oh, that light, yuck. I don't mind the little light circles, but whatever this thing is, yuck. Human centipede shower. Okay. What impeccable taste. Certified McMansion. Here we go. Look at this. course, they have the whatever this is called. Ugh. I mean, I would live in... Oh, no. The lions. No, more lions. Why are there lions? Emikin says they saw the Blue Lick Road shower and wanted one too. Yeah, they did. Yeah, hotel entrance. That's it, Rilla. Thank you. Okay, no more lions, fortunately. What is this? Is that a fan? Like little plastic blades? Also, couch. Coffee table way the fuck over here. Presumably there's a TV like another 10 feet in this direction. Okay, now here's the actual living room. More lions. They really like lions. Maybe a little too much. Oh. What is this? I gotta say, those chairs do not go with those tables, chat. I'm not a like professional interior designer, but the TV is nowhere near centered on the couch and couldn't be if you wanted to. Listen, these people don't watch TV. They don't watch TV in the living room. They watch TV in the bedroom. They put it right above their fake fireplace. They angled it down so you don't even have to look up as much. Ooh, they got money. Ooh. They got a pool at least. What is that wall? I want to vomit on it. Oh, I didn't even notice. It's a padded room. So that way when you're having sex really loud or really hard on the bed and it bangs against the wall, it doesn't make any noise. I've seen that before. Okay, yeah, we have the pool. Oh, that's it. Okay. It says 40, there's 50, but obviously they only took the choice pictures. Now this is a McMansion. I love me some McMansions, chat. Let's see. $1,280,000 for this. I will reiterate, I don't like siding. And I don't like turrets, so we're already off to a terrible, terrible start. This one has the roof lines Rilip at least. I know the last one didn't have any, but like this weird angle coming out. Why? Successfully achieved that shopping mall food court vibe. This is from Canada. Canadians, take note. Wait a minute. This is awesome. Hold on. How much is this one? This is incredible. I would live here. Okay, it's a little too big now. This looks like an office. Yeah, I like the outside. Inside, definitely I'm getting the mall vibes. Yeah, this is awesome. Why do people say these are just ugly? This is cool. This is interesting and unique. This is not a McMansion. Oh yeah, double refrigerator action. The kitchen island is the length of the entire kitchen. Double sink action. This looks like a hotel. It does have the hotel feel. Oh, look at this. They got a little, I mean, I'm sure most people have this in their kitchens. We don't have a big enough kitchen to be able to do this. Ooh, fireplace. Look at this. The couch lines up with the TV, kind of. There's a bar. Oh, you could have such a rad party in this place. Here's the little... Wait a minute. Is this an indoor? Oh, man. They got fake sky, and then they have, like, the circular glass. This is it's like you go outside, but you're still inside. I kind of love it. Yeah. This is so good. Not a McMansion. This is a funky custom built house. Not my taste, but not McMansion-y. Yeah. I drove past this place. It's amazing. I love the design and concept. So bright and airy too. Love this house. I'd live in it in a heartbeat, just not wallet friendly. Yeah, no shit. It's like Vegas. Yeah, this is an awesome house. I don't know where it, I guess it had to put, they had to put some kind of thing, but that's so cool. Like, okay, here's what this sub likes. They like this garbage. Like, ew, gross. No. We live in the future. Let's build a future house. Like this. Like we're living in the Jetsons world. Alright, one of those photos where it gets worse the longer you look. Alright, I'm ready. Let's look at this one. One of those photos where it gets worse the longer you look. Was this picture made by AI? AI generated McMansion? Didn't we do that one stream? I've already forgotten if we did that. All right, let's see if you can spot all the problems, chat. The column is off center and both columns, which should probably be spaced out a little bit more. Solar panels not even properly aligned on the roof. It has a hotel entryway, but is that a couch on the driveway? Is this the owner? What the hell's the crowning above the first floor? Oh, this, I didn't even see that. Yeah, what the fuck is this? What, why? So there's the brick and then there's like a half is like this thing here and someone was like, challenge accepted. Is the entire front the big driveway? I think it is, yeah. But instead of it being poured concrete, it's like bricks. This must be where they park because this is where all the oil goes. Why are all the windows bumped out 4 inches and have siding, but the rest is brick? Listen, if you question why things are the way they are, you're just going to frustrate yourself. Okay, what do the comments say? There is no plan to this. It looks like aisle 14 at Home Depot vomited up products in a heap and they called it a house. Looks like a mid-journey rendering based on a really bad prompts. Yeah, I was gonna say AI generated McMansion. Look at the window on the second floor balcony. It's so damn dark you can't see it. Yeah, there is a balcony, but it's underneath the hotel entryway. Ugh. What is going on? The pillars make me anxious. Yep. The off-center pillars are killing me. That should be a hangable offense. He should be hanged or hung, depending on what you want to see. Okay. All right. Some will find this ugly. No. House has been on sale for at least 15 years. Oof. In Melbourne, Florida, this monstrosity has been constantly changing hands since the year 2000. I wonder why no one wants to buy it. Well, for one, it's in Florida. For two, I don't know, man. It's just, that's a whole lot of house. And it's not even, like, if you have the money to build a mansion and then you just build one of these. Client asked for this. An architect designed it. Builders made it. There's blame to share. I don't believe that. I think a guy, maybe the guy in that picture, literally built it himself with some of his buddies. They're like, well, we need 2 columns because the zoning restrictions say that the hotel entryway has to have 2 columns to support it. But it didn't say they had to be spaced out. I don't know, like trying everything to get around the regulations. Yeah, this is a certified McMansion. Very, very certifiable. A lot of roof lines. You can't build without someone competent drawing it. It depends on where you live, because I've definitely seen people just slapping shit together and saying, okay, this is my my renovation. This is my addition to my house that I did myself. Don't worry, I had a professional come and help me with the electrics. Any takers for this $12 million beauty? I mean, it's not my style, but it's not nearly as bad as some of the stuff on here. I just want to know what's at the top of the staircase of death. There's a staircase of death. Oh, this is cool. This is like a little Spanish villa. I have zero. Okay, well, now we're inside. The inside. Oh, okay. All right, we're climbing the ladder. Okay, we're still. Wait, what the fuck? This is someone's bedroom? Right where the stairs are? That's gotta be awkward. This is like the Harry Potter suite, but for a McMansion. So, Hex, I'm assuming you've never heard about the Grover house. I just want to know who's at the top of the staircase of death and who's preaching in the lawn chair chapel. This is where people have weddings. That's for the daily family briefing. Good. Okay, all right. What's next? Model home in Dallas suburb, McMansion or just a big house? For only $10 million, you could have 22,000 square feet of this. $10 million, huh? 22,000 square feet? That's a, oh, wait, what do we got going on here? That's kind of neat. I actually love this aperture type thing going on here. This is really cool. Obviously, I could never have this in my house because my house is tiny. But if you got the space for it, go for it, man. Mega car hole. Is this the one we saw or is this a different one? What the heck? Where are people getting these ideas? It's a picture of Jeff Goldblum. Okay, sure, why not? Why does this house have so much extra roof? So I can at least kind of see what's going on here. You have like a covering and then you have the actual garage that you pull into, but man, I don't like having really steep roofs like this. Maybe that's just me. It does say it's in MI is Michigan? It's not Minnesota. Minnesota is MN. Romeo is okay, I don't know. Is it Michigan? Zoom me out. Yeah, Michigan. Okay, I was right. I hate it, but I'm also impressed. All right. Let's see. I do like Mega Car Hole made me laugh though. This beauty is listed for $1.25 million. Oh God. What? It's like a modular house, but not actually. What the heck is going on here? What's with all the wood? More dormers. Everybody gets a dormer. This is this a is this one house or is this like 5 houses stuck together? Also, I don't like these balconies sticking out with no support like this. I would not want to go on that balcony is all I'm saying. I'm sure it's like supported through the interior of the house, but man, that just I'm just imagining the whole thing just like snapping off while you're standing on it. You're on the top one up here and it's just like snap, boom, boom, boom. You're on the ground. You're on the wood pile covered in termites. You're dead to termites. This is the ugliest house I've ever seen. $1.25 million for this. There's no shot. Unless unless there's a ton of land that it's on. This house alone, there's no way anyone's gonna sell this. I shouldn't say that. I'm sure somebody will buy it, but All right, castle in the front, smoking section in the back. We have another mullet house situation. Okay, oh, the inside looks fine. Okay, get to the here we go. Yeah, oh, they got a hot tub. Oh no. Yeah, this looks like the alleyway behind the bar. I wish we could get like a side-by-side comparison. So the castle's in the front, and then just the back of the house is whatever, who cares? Yeah, you can kind of see it's like a secondary part of the house. What? Wait, where does the garage go? Is that inside the castle? That's weird. All right. They just keep adding to it. Oh no. Yep, there you go right there. They're adding. It's growing. It's expanding. Amazing and horrifying. Soon it will cover the entire state and then the world. All right, this is just the sick gonna vomit emote. I mean, that's not that bad. It looks like a hotel resort. Look, yeah, that's it's not great, but it's a far cry from being awful. I don't know why that's a terrible description for this. All right, next up we have, of course, DIY. Really cool, actually. All right, I'll bite. Okay, why does it take me to the fucking... I click. I just want to see. There we go. All right, show me what's really cool, actually. All right. Oh, there's harmonicas in there. That is cool. Wait a minute. So it's like a pyramid of harmonicas that inflates. I don't know why you would make that, but again, that's the name of the subreddit. I'm speechless. I'm not gonna watch 3 minutes. We draw the line. Blinged my inhaler. Figured this sub might like it. No. If the shoe fits. When you need a permit to build a deck, but not to store a boat. Oh, nice. I guess. I want to hate it, but I like it. Beautiful. Why do you need a permit to build a... I mean, I guess you need a permit to do anything, basically. A starter pack for this sub. Okay. Step 1. Cut a hole in your chair. Turn it into a toilet with the hole doser. Oh no, why is that an attachment for a drill, chat? I don't want anything called the hole dozer. Ugh. I'm lost for words. Okay, I see anime in the... I'm not clicking on that. Perfectly good bicycles. So many people thought this looked good, I feel like I'm going crazy. Well, no, that's fine. It's like... I mean, otherwise you just have the grout in there. You might as well sparkle it up a little bit. It could be worse, but it's for sure gonna start coming off in random places and look like total shit after about a week. Yeah. Just why? Okay, let's find out. See what's going on, why it says just why. DIY. DIY. All right. Okay. Wait a minute. I don't like where this is going, chat. Okay, sew your own underwear, I guess, is where we're at now. What is this? Wow, look, I just made my own underwear out of t-shirts. Sure, t-shirts are more expensive than underwear, and you could get a pack of 10 for like $5. But why not ruin a perfectly good t-shirt by turning it into underpants that aren't as good? Seam allowance. You forgot the seam allowance. They forgot the gusset too. Panties with no gusset just suck. I don't know what the fuck a gusset is. I don't want to know about it. Why do you need to cut it off a shirt? I don't know, but they did. Listen, they figured out how to make clothes. You do not need to make your own clothes in the year 2023, all right? They got it down. Anything you're gonna make, it's gonna be more expensive and not as good. Unless you're some kind of like artisanal master clothes making craftsman. Just go to Walmart, or if you don't like Walmart, go to Target. Buy a pack of underpants. You're good to go. Or even better, don't even wear underpants. Let yourself be free. I wear underpants though. I don't want to chafe. I don't want anything rubbing against anything else. Anything can be converted to a convertible. It's true. You can take a Tahoe and turn it into an actually incredible looking... Wait a minute. First pick, damn, looks sick. I love it. Second pick. Ah, I see. Interesting. I don't think that's how that's supposed to work, but I don't know enough about cars to question it. Didn't they make a car like it was the El Camino, right? It was like half car, half pickup truck, all awesome. My brain hurts. Why does your brain hurt? Oh no. Why? I mean, I don't know. I guess. It just seems unnecessary. I wanted the earthquake look for my kitchen, says X. Sure, earthquake, or I didn't want to have to move. I just wanted to have to turn slightly to move the dishes into the dishwasher. Blah, blah, blah. Seriously, though, why? So gross. All right, what do we have that's gross here? Oh, no. Ew. Why do people do this to their toilets? You guys know what happens on a toilet, right? Do you not understand how this works? It's not for decoration. It's a utilitarian piece of equipment for your bathroom. You're just gonna make a mess. It looks like socks. Yeah, but why would you put them on your toilet and or toilet seat? The first comment. Imagine you sit down and it lets out a wet squeeze noise. Oh no. Yeah, the toilet is for pooping and or peeing. All right? It doesn't need to have anything that can absorb any kind of liquid or solid waste and then hold it there just to let it be there, all right? It's a smooth, clean, easily cleanable surface. This is the opposite of that. Gross. Just the worst. Sometimes I think people do this just to post on this subreddit. Okay. Landlord told us he fixed the window pane that fell out while we were away. Yeah, I guess it's not going anywhere. Not for a while, at least. No, it's washer dryer proof. Totally easy to clean. Sure, why not? I made my GF a toilet seat warmer out of my leg hair. No, come on, no. That's gross. I shouldn't have clicked on that one. Ew. Okay, and then finally we have we want plates. Guess which one of these is edible? None of them? It looks like a bowl of rocks. But if I guess maybe this one is the most edible? It looks kind of like something that is approaching it. Oh, the plate is edible. The rocks are just to decorate the edible plate. Genius. It's like we've come full circle. We want plates so we can eat them. My croquettes were delivered this way. Wait a nope, this is fine. I have no complaints. This is amazing. Zero problem with the croquette slide, all right? They were quite delicious. There is a pool of cheese at the end of the slide. That's kind of great. Tell me where, please. Sao Paulo, Brazil. Damn. Brazil. Why is it always Brazil? Shovel. They're doing the shovel thing again, huh? Bring out the shovel. Here's your food. We just dug it out of the... whatever the fuck. What is this? Fully loaded nachos? Oh, they just slide it out. Oh no, it's ruined. It's everywhere. Why? It looks pretty good though. I'd eat it. Just we dug it out of the slop bucket. Here you go. Enjoy your breakfast rice or whatever. The egg forlornly slipping off to the side. Yep. I mean, I'd eat it, sure, but I wouldn't go back there. What did this add to the meal? I don't know. Let's find out. All right. Viral fireball pastas in town. Here we are. You light... That just seems like inconvenient to eat. Lighting the paper on fire is a metaphor for the money you're burning only to make eating your meal much harder than it needs to be. Let's see that again. Okay, so they stuff paper, or they put like a thin sheet of paper over the fishbowl that it, hosts the pasta, or it's housing the pasta inside the fishbowl. Then you eat your pasta out of the fishbowl very awkwardly, bringing it out over the table where any sauce will simply drip onto the table. Burnt napkin on my food. Yeah. That is truly heinous. Her reaction like that wasn't the most basic pasta in the world. I hate the internet. Viral for lighting toilet paper on fire to get pasta from a fishbowl. I'm curious what the description for this fishbowl is on the menu. Ugh. This is why I don't go out to eat. Well, that and I hate leaving the house. Finally, I joined the club. From Italy, pasta on a half bottle of wine. Oh, wait, that's actually cool. No, that's not too bad. I'll give that one a pass. That's at least it contains the dish properly. What if you have to clean up, though? Well, yeah, of course, that's how they keep prices so low. They don't pay for anyone to clean. It's just the customers have to do it. Leaving aside the way it's served, what kind of portion is that? 2 bites and it's gone. Pasta portions are generally smaller in Italy, as it's an extra course between starters and main rather than an entree. I'd love to know how Americans wound up calling the main dish an entree. Huh. Here you go. All countries changed or consolidated their courses in different ways, not just America. Cool. I had no idea. Anyway, enough of interesting things. Let's look at sauces and jam inside an egg carton. Gross. Just no. How do you get it out of there? With a knife? It's gonna go everywhere. The sad little grapes over here by themselves. These tiny ass little pieces of jam and peanut butter or whatever the fuck. This probably costs like $20. And yeah, it comes with free tasty cardboard for you to eat after you've eaten your inedible bread. You think they wash and reuse the cardboard? I hope not. But I doubt they actually, like, you can't wash cardboard. So they're taking some egg cartons, cutting them up, and then throwing sauce in there. That can't be acceptable. I guess it is. They're doing it. At least some of the non-plate places. At least some of the non-plate plates intrigue me slightly. I'd prefer a good old plate, of course. Like, they aren't offensive, unsanitary, egregious, etc., and some are pretty creative. This is so tacky, ridiculous, unsanitary, and I can't wait for the little shards of recycled cardboard to be included in my sauce as I dip. I reuse egg cartons to fill with paint for my kids to do crafts with. That's what this reminded me of. Yeah. No, this is definitely not something you should do. It would be so much easier. And I get it. We want to reuse our egg cartons. We have all these egg cartons. What can we do with them? This is not the answer. This is wrong. Emikin says, this just makes me think of something that would be in The Menu, which of course is the movie about the chef. Ice cream condom in Korea. No. No. What? It comes in a bag? It has a little condom mascot? He's a turtle? What? Emmykins, you didn't tell me they had this in Korea. What's going on here? It's all used up now. They don't have vanilla flavor. Had these a lot growing up and didn't think they were weird, lol. Looking back, kind of an odd concept and very non-eco-friendly. But the ice cream was decent and kind of fun to eat. So, wait. Why does it have a reservoir tip, chat? It doesn't need to have a reservoir tip. It's filled with ice cream. Can you use the condom? Yeah, you can reuse it when you're done. No problem. Just wash it out. It's fine. Like, you empty it out, then you fill it back up again. North Korea. No. They're not allowed to have condoms in North Korea. It's a balloon and it's a novelty item. The name of the treat is called something in Korean, which translates to turtle egg. It's supposed to be a novelty where you snip the end and it oozes out as if you were eating an egg. Okay, sure. People eat raw eggs in Korea by poking a hole on each end and sucking out the insides. So I guess it's supposed to be simulating that in a way. Okay. Emikin says Blackpink song Ice Cream is very sexual. Maybe that's where they got the idea. Oh boy. Okay, my poke was served in a Tibetan singing bowl. Why the mason jar? What is poke anyway? I'm sure it's fine, but I don't think the Tibetan singing bowl is meant to be used as an actual food bowl. This one takes the cake. Oh, it's another shoe thing. This is a $50 dessert, chat. Why is this a thing? Soul food. If they thought they were witty, they were solely mistaken. What a bunch of heels. Oysters on packing cartons. That's probably fine. I mean, it's oysters, so we're already off to a bad start. I love seafood, but I stay far, far away from oysters. I don't trust them. Foot in mouth. I guess that's the only way to eat it, right? Beef on bark.
Beef
all right.
On bark. It's like eating in the jungle.
I don't want to eat in the jungle. I want to eat in a restaurant. Beef on bark.
Beef on bark. It's like eating in the jungle.
Very, yeah. How much do you think that cost for 2 things of beef? 50 bucks? Does anyone know how this trend started of serving food on top of substances which are literally impossible to make sanitary? I wish it would stop, and if you go to these restaurants and pay $80 for 2 pieces of meat on wood with dry moss, you're stupid and should feel bad. You're bad and you should feel bad. It's called wood. Well, you can't wash them, so it doesn't matter. Hex, yeah, start a pretentious restaurant. The more pretentious, the better. Don't know if the orange things are edible, but they stick to the hummus. The orange things stick to the hummus, huh? They are uncooked lentils. Never tried them raw, but if you have, I expect you'll be ready for the Olympic farting event tomorrow. Oh, that's good. Many, but not all, uncooked legumes have chemicals that cause serious gastrointestinal upset, but are neutralized by cooking. They are literally served as sticky food on a bed of things that would poison you if you ate too many. I looked it up. Undercooked lentils cause liver damage. No thank you. Popular drink at my local bar I will not be trying. Well. Okay. What is this, chat? Oh, Emmy consists is what they serve in the Rainforest Cafe? I doubt. I think Rainforest Cafe just has like Applebee's food served in a rainforest environment. I have no idea what's going on here. I don't know what this drink is or why it's being served in a can of Spam. We need more information. That's Hawaiian Punch. Oh, I get it. We're supposed to report Spam to the mods, right? Spam mojito. Minty, meaty, and refreshing. Oh, I love this subreddit so much, chat. I'm so glad I only come here once a month and get the highlights. Oh, Spam. I do love Spam, but this isn't a Spam drink. It's just being served in a can of Spam. Unless they put little chunks of Spam in there for you to fish out after you're done drinking. In which case this probably is even worse than I imagine. Oh, man. Gross. Or maybe delicious, I don't know. Pasta on a wooden board, really? Oh, that's a mess waiting to happen. It's just gonna go everywhere. This picture has a weird serial killer's Polaroid of his victim. Yeah, what's up with the picture quality? It's very grainy, I think is the word, or maybe just not properly exposed. Yeah, that's just a mess. Like, the plate is not, it's not just to put the food on, it's also to contain the food in a way that it doesn't go everywhere. Debatably the most egregious of them all. Just put it on a plate. Nah, this is fine. You cook it, you serve it in the same dish. You cut out the middleman. No need for a plate. I'm 100% okay serving me the whole pan, all right? Vegan mushroom on top of real moss and grass. At least they put it in like a little... Wait a minute. Man, I don't know. If I saw all this crap around my food, I'd just be like, yeah, I'm not hungry anymore. But I guess if you're already vegan, you've kind of just like sucked it up. So you'll eat whatever. Vegan mushroom? Maybe the mushrooms have never consumed any animal matter? I meant to write vegan restaurant. Oh, okay. How would they wash a terrarium to reuse it? Keep it until new mushrooms grow, then serve it again. Delicious. The springs were functional, so the whole plate gradually rose above our sight as we ate from it. What? Oh, well, I see what they're saying. Okay. I guess that's kind of funny. Just take it off the thing. Like, what? It's not forcing you to eat it off of that. I mean, unless it is. Is that a food diorama? No, it's just a stupid serving platform. I mean, they obviously know what a bowl is, so they could have done that instead. Medieval shrimp torture. Let's check this one out. I mean, it's just skewers. This is fine. It does look funny though. Thankfully, there's a crack in the wood that collects all your crumbs and salad dressing. What is what is going on here? Wait a minute. Is this okay? I think this is romaine lettuce. And all the salad toppings have been just placed directly on the lettuce. This is so dumb. You're basically telling the customer, you chop your own lettuce and pay us $80 for the pleasure. I guess, yeah, you got to use a knife for the salad, Grillip, which is just absurd. And then they have the audacity to serve it on an old stump. Just let us eat salad, yeah. I ordered a salad. What is this? A signature drink from my local bar, served in a little baggie. Wonderful. Just the best. Now, obviously, they have cups at this restaurant. Why are they serving it in a little baggie? Maybe there's a little plastic fish in there too, so you feel like you won a game at the carnival. They do have plates. They have little tiny ass tacos they put on there. Pasta on a plank of wood. Again! Stop putting pasta on planks of wood. It looks stupid and it's gonna make a mess. I'm just jealous I don't have a bag of drink. It's true, I love Capri Suns. I am jealous. Mozzarella. Wait, what are these? Wait, it says at the bottom. Mozzarella sticks on a used and cracked board. 4 mozzarella sticks for $20 with 1 dipping sauce. Pasta, wait, not safe for work. Hold on, Chad. Let me check. Let me double check this one here. I don't want to get in trouble for this one. I don't know how this could possibly be not safe for work. Pasta on a swing and set on fire. Oh, it's that stupid fishbowl thing again. Okay, it's not safe for work. We're in the clear, but this is basically the same one we saw earlier. All right, let's start it up again. Yeah, so they bring out the tissue paper, they light it up, and then you eat it out of the fishbowl. Wow, it's even at the same place. She's got the one of the 7 dwarves. Oh, this is on stupid food, which is a whole nother subreddit maybe we should check out. Cage for a wrap. This is our last post of the night, chat. I hope you guys have enjoyed this journey. It's a sex swing for food. Maybe that's why they put not safe for work. Cage for a wrap. I mean, it's basically a plate just inside of a little basket here. It's probably fine. I wouldn't like, I mean, this handle seems like it would get in the way, but if it makes it easier to carry your food out to you, that's kind of cool. I'm not gonna get too hard on this one. All right, well, speaking of hard on, chat, it's time for us to be done for the night. Here it is. If you didn't see it, I'm wearing my pumpkin spice t-shirt in honor of Halloween season finally being upon us. I have been here the whole time. It's not just the judge. I just don't like to have the camera on me when I'm squinting at the screen trying to make out Am I the Asshole post. But I've been here, don't worry. The light's been on. It's been shining in my eyes for the last 3 hours. So we're going to wrap it up for tonight. Thanks everybody for coming out. If you came out, you're awesome. If you didn't, you suck. That's my philosophy. It's easy to get on the awesome list. You just got to show up. And that goes for anybody who showed up at any point during the stream. You can just zoom in on post. Yeah, but I'm still going to be squinting like an old man to read it. So we have currently raised 42,000 out of 50,000 shards to force me to play a CRPG, and I'm beginning to think that I maybe should have made that a little higher. X, I appreciate your thanks, because I know a lot of people do this, and some of them are much funnier than me, but I like to think I bring my own life experience to the table. Anyway, we're gonna wrap it up. I'll be back on Thursday, and Emmykins will be talking about something on Wednesday. I don't remember the movie. I show up at the stream and watch it. Not this stream, the other one. Anyway, yeah, that was a nice 6 out of 10 stream. We'll get the emote at some point. Everybody have a good night. I'll see you on Thursday. See ya.